Hello, hello, and welcome everyone to the first tournament of the patch. For our weekly number 2, 3.8, we've just had new mechanics introduced, so pretty exciting to see how decks. I'm sorry, I can't speak English today. It's 7 in the morning. I woke up at 5. My brain's not working. So we're excited to see what the new cards are going to have an impact on the meta. Hello. I'm joined here today by a wonderful guest. Introduce yourself. Familiar face to a lot of people.
Oh, sorry. I was muted, so I couldn't talk. Yeah, I'm Tama. Joining me today is SueMe. Yeah, I'm excited too. New patch, new characters, new mechanics. Woo! New cards, and a lot of new cards.
Yeah, there are quite a few new cards. It's not as much as 3.7, but there is a new mechanic with Arcane Legends. So we'll have to see how that's being implemented into new decks. So just for the new people, if this is your first tournament, our weekly tournaments run on a Swiss format. You'll be playing in 5 rounds of Swiss. Each is a best of 1, and each match will contribute towards your qualifications to our Majors tournament.
Mm-hmm. It's still early in the week, but I still hope everyone I still hope everyone does their best to get a spot for the major.
Yeah, like just looking at the deck list dump right now, I see a resurgence of an old favorite deck. It's kind of been falling out of the meta for the past 2 patches, but there's quite a lot of it now. It's probably because of the new Arcane Legends mechanics. I'm also seeing quite a few of the new characters being implemented here and there. There's even a Tubby deck. I'm also seeing quite a lot of old favorite popular decks.
Yeah.
But most of these looks like they're experimenting with the new mechanics. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, a lot of very, very strange decks. A lot of freestyle decks. I get to see Raiden in action finally. I get to see Candace, of course, everyone's favorite Candace.
Yeah,
and the best of all, finally we get a Hyperbloom deck.
Finally.
Finally.
We haven't. Yeah, I mean, NEC has been popular for a little bit in 3.7, but we're seeing another variation of it now. Dropping into a game here, we have Geoshinid, one of the predominant decks, especially early on of last patch. And then we have Cloe Mona being played by Aggro Minyu.
Yeah, so, I see Geoshinid and I think to myself, oh, you're still here.
Yeah, Geoshinid
I guess it's just that strong, huh?
Geoshinid is so good because of how much just how dice efficient it is. And then we have Cloe Mona, which was like really popular back in 3.4 when Cloe first launched. With power res, you're able to do lots of damage turns 1 and 2. But then now with the advent of Covenant of Rock, you're able to just output so much damage around 1. It's like you're essentially almost guaranteeing an FTK. We're seeing the strength of it now. Unfortunately, Arcon, which is our Cloe Mona player, didn't get like a heavy strike or a Liu Su, so it's forced to use gamblers instead. But I mean, they have a Varanara to eat up all the dice, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think they're in a good spot. The Joe Lawatro, it's no longer here with us. I was about to say he was low, but he's gone, and he has 2 energy on her, so Arcon is at a good spot.
Yeah, also starting the round with 10 dice on round 2, it's basically the same as ramping, so you take those. Unfortunately, had to tune away the weapon, so won't be able to get the +1 damage and as well as the cards. I think Arcon would be perfectly fine with how things are though, because they do have an early advantage against Geoshinid, and like Geoshinid has had it set up, so if they can just keep up the pressure, they're going to be in a really good spot going forward.
We can really see Arcon just punishing Lisa right now, trying to set up a lot of cards on the side. And Geoshinid is, by nature, a slower type of character.
Yeah.
So Arcon will just keep on bulldozing through.
Yeah, Cloe Mona was like falling out of favor before because you weren't able to pressure the slower decks that much, but like with Covenant of Rock now, you're outputting so much damage turn one. They have to spend more time playing around your breakpoints than just kind of sitting on a character and sacking because they will just die.
I hope Lisa's card advantage is helping her because right now it's not looking good. There's the pyro aura on her. You can easily switch to Mona, get a play off, and immediately switch for a Vape.
Yeah, you could do that, or you can just like burst on Cloe and then heavy strike. No, you can't heavy strike because you're an odd dice. You could like heavy strike normal. Heavy strike normal, right? Do 4 damage and then burst, and then swap off to Mona to get a Vape later. Lisa will only be able to do like 1 more skill or ramp with just 4 dice. She's in a normal attack. Unless the dice occurred really hard.
Yep. Now Cloe burst is up, so switching to Mona, assuming Mona doesn't get hurt too much.
Arcane can just keeping up the pressure.
Yep, just doing raw damage.
Yeah. I think if I was Arcud, I'm just staying on Clea. There's no point in swapping off. That way, start of next turn, I can get some nice gambler's value. I think personally, I would have heavy strike and then burst. It's slightly energy inefficient, but then that puts Ocean on 2 HP because of the extra damage, which means that as long as they don't do myriads, they're guaranteed to get lethal by the bomb, and then I can instantly apply power onto Zhongli. I think it's like a minor thing, but if they do myriad, it doesn't really matter because they're going to be left on 1, and then you have to attack them again anyways.
I see. I thought Arcon didn't use heavy strike because of the dice count. Otherwise, he couldn't do a charge attack.
Yeah, no. When they bursted, they had 7 dice. So if they just played heavy strike, would have put on 6.
Okay.
Buttercrab, what? No way!
Maybe Lisa is expecting something. Okay.
Okay. So then Cloe either swap off Cloe now or okay, you're gonna go Yanfei the tank. This is perfectly fine. You don't want to go Mona because Ocean Burst will do 8 because the amount of summons Lisa has on field. Switching to Zhongli, probably going for
not going to burst.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to save it for next turn.
Arcon is just stalling it out.
That Buttercrab though, that is you don't see that every day. You can just choose to equip artifact and end turn. Alright.
Kind of weird. I don't feel safe ending turn when my opponent has 8 dices with them still.
I think with the artifact, they you kind of feel like you have to get it down, and then they also were protected by Buttercrab and George. I think it was fine. But Arcon doing a nice job of like switching to Mona to eat the first hit of Buttercrab so it gets less value, and then just vaping with Cloe. I'm gonna do math now. If Cloe is taking 2 damage end phase,
right,
leaving on 4 HP, which is a 1-shot for 5 cost skill. So we'll go Yanfei to tank. All right.
I believe Lisa can tank this through, but it's very dangerous to have Mona and Cloe both having their burst back almost they're 1 energy away from those. Okay, doing 1, 2, okay. Yanfei tanking some damage, it's not too bad. George is still here.
Yeah, like looking at Lisa's hand, thanks to Wharf they played round 1, they have like a massive hand, so very likely it does have an Ethos somewhere. Arcon, on the other hand, has not managed to find theirs. So, going later into the game, we're going to see if they can draw 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah,
see if they get
I think
a
Lisa is to grind Arcon down. And I don't think Arcon is running any healing cards because how fast Cloe Vape deck is, usually.
Yeah, Cloe Mona typically doesn't run any healing cards, so the longer this game drags out, the more likely Lisa is going to make a comeback.
Yeah, George is going to carry first. Let's see if Zhongli does enough to... Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a crystallize.
I did not expect 4 damage. Where did that come from?
Yeah, so Zhongli 5 cost does do 3 base, and Crystallize does do +1, so quite chunky. Yeah, no Vortex Vanquisher though, so it's not that bad. Unfortunately, Arcane can't do a skill, which they really want right now. They do have a toss-up. It's probably best to just do bestest skill and then heavy strike normal attack. That's going to be 8 damage. We'll leave Zhongli on 1, and if they swap off to Geoshinid, Geoshinid is gone.
Well, what is the objective right now for Arcane?
You just wanna chunk that Zhongli down as much as possible.
Breaking the shield before the stack.
I would not swap to Mona. Okay.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of tough to say.
I would have gone with skill chart heavy strike normal, right? Which would have been 8 damage. Zhongli would have been left on 1 HP with pyro applied. And then you can have Yanfei tank 3 summons, and then each pillar on Cloe.
Okay.
Now you should just burst now. Take care of the Geoshinid. You'll be left with just Zhongli. They're gonna be forced to end turn first. Mona eats 2 summons. You'll let Yanfei eat the last one. No, don't
really
swap.
don't...
Just burst. If you just burst, you win.
Oh wait. It's okay. I agree that we don't. It's not a good thing to leave Geoshinid alive just like that. But
I think that's
Arcane has a plan.
I think that's a miscalc Arcane. I think.
For me, I think Arcane's objective is just to break the shield, get Clee's burst up. There's no kill threat. There's no threat right now.
The thing is, though, if Arcane bursted, Mona does 4 base, right? And then Ocean had 2 shields, which Vape would have taken care of. So Ocean would be taken care of. And then next turn, you have Zhongli with 8 effective health. You tank 2 summons. You tank 3 summons onto Yanfei, and then the pillar on Mona. Mona would be on 3 HP. Zhongli lethal, so you're left on just 3. And then if you just heavy strike normal attack, right? That's 4. Or you can just skill. Skill would do 3 base plus 5 from Vape, which would be 10 HP. It's impossible for Zhongli to tank all of that.
Yeah, I think Arcane is just super aware of Geoshinid's burst right now.
I think Arcane miscalculated. It should have been a guaranteed win. It's going to be a lot closer now.
It's always tricky when, we're looking from the outside, but I don't know. I'm just trying to guess what Arcane is thinking right now.
The correct place Ocean Burst deal 4. Yeah, Mona's lethal.
Okay. Goodbye, Mona.
And then it should just be Lotus Burst.
All right. Yep. Lotus. Set up with the burst.
That is true. Arcane miscalc that. Unfortunate. And then it should just be 5 cost skill from Zhongli.
I think Zhongli can just do
normal attacks. That can be a VV, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cost.
Okay.
Oh, and okay, never mind. It's deep ball.
All right, rip.
Yeah, and then it's just Jover now, because then start of next turn. Oh no, Zhongli can just normal attack, and then it's just gone. All right.
Yeah.
Arcane's forced to end.
Oh.
Yeah. So that is a miscalc on the side of Arcane. That did cost them the game.
Why did Lisa end? Oh wait, it's not Lisa. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Very, very nail-biting match though. Arcane with like the Clee FTK was able to take down 13 HP worth of Law Patrol turn 1, and then Arcane was able to stall out the game long enough to eventually equip Zhongli to win. Unfortunately, on the side of Arcane, they weren't able to find the Itos when the game started going long, and they weren't able to quite pressure Lisa enough to force her to make some
honestly, Lisa's hand advantage really helped her in a lot of ways, trying to survive, trying to get that last bit of damage out, trying to have the right dices with cards to burn to get them. So you can summon 2 or 3 summons at the same time.
Yeah, the early Wharf really helped them dig deep into their deck and find the cards that they needed. It also didn't look like they tuned that much, so got quite nice dice throughout
just
the game.
really good dice RNG.
Yeah, and we also saw like the Ancient Courtyard, allowing the Vortex Vanquisher to come out for 2 less dice, which is pretty valuable in a double equip deck like Geoshinid.
Yeah, I had to look at the replay to know what Arcon was super aware of, because he couldn't close out the game just now.
Yeah, I think it was a miscalculation on the side of Arcon, but I think overall it was still a really nice game. What is
We have
this?
another game going on.
Ooh, okay. We have ya boy Arc playing Hida Electrocharged with Mona instead of Geoshinid. And then Darkshine playing Vape, which was a deck that we occasionally saw in 3.6 when people were replacing Fischl with Xiangling to use Fischl in other decks. I would say overall it's rather weak, especially comparing other options we have available right now. Like MMEC, the stronger variation, isn't that in that good of a state right now, so like the downgrade of MMEC is even weaker than that.
Oh,
but
I like Guoba, so
I mean Guoba's cute. Xiaoling did actually get a buff this patch, where the initial cast of her burst does +1 damage.
Oh, I think I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know how good it'll be, but hey, it does exist.
Hey, we'll see. Let me check how many decks we have with Zhongli this time.
Yeah, going into the late game here, Arc has a Mona Burst primed, but it is down a character. Oz is scheduled to take out Xiangling unless Darkshine switches off. If they do switch off, the game state is still very much in favor of Arc. Because he doesn't really have anything that benefits off of the double damage. Like, at most, you do 4 by swapping to Fischl and doing a normal attack. And then Fischl gets revenge killed, which isn't the best thing in the world. And then you're kind of just, like, Mona 1v2ing, which isn't ideal. Actually, no, it doesn't even kill because Sango's Shrine heals.
Yeah.
So Darkshine is in an extremely advantaged position right now. It looks like Hida got taken down. No Seeds of Skanda, which is really bad for Arc. He's not really outputting that much pressure currently.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. How could they, the Xiangling, Geoshinid, Mirror Maiden is not exactly a really fast deck that can output damage, but Hida's gone, so.
I mean, end phase, it is pretty brutal end phase, because it's vaporized,
just
and
a summons.
Pyronado. Yeah, like summons quite a bit, and the Mirror Maiden also has the +1 Hydro. Arc really needs to dig deep for something useful in his deck, otherwise he's gonna keep falling behind, which isn't very good.
Yeah, I think Dark Shrine, at this point, he can just go to Mirror Maiden and keep attacking with her, putting the debuff onto everyone.
I think no matter what Arc does, though, it should be a guaranteed loss, because if it's Fischl, you just go Mirror Maiden with a fast swap, you skill, which is guaranteed lethal, and then, like, if you don't do that, no matter what, though, it should still be guaranteed lethal.
Hey man, you never know.
It could be a troll. You fast swap Maiden, you E, Mona's gone, you go Fischl with a Adeptus Burst is lethal, but then that's fine, because no, actually that's not fine, because if they have Adeptus Burst, going Maiden is bad. Going Maiden loses you the game. So it's just if Arc has an Adeptus in his deck. Let's see.
Do you take it? Do you take the 4 damage Vape? Okay, not sure it's gonna take
Arc is running 2 Adeptuses, so you don't actually want to risk it.
What's that card? What's that card again? What's the name of the card with the kid with the ball?
Kid Kujurai?
Yeah, kid. Right. Is it good?
It exists.
Tricky. Yes, this. Okay, that's pretty telling.
You usually see him in OTK decks. You'll see him occasionally in like Yoimiya Xingqiu Hu Tao and Aya Freeze. Like decks that just want to output all their damage in one turn. Because then it's kind of just like
run the Liyue Resonance card.
Not really. He's like an on-demand Timmy.
Ah. So if you want it immediately, you use it.
Right, like if you want
just to
him
prep for the next
to,
turn.
yeah, right. If you want his stuff next turn, you'll just put a bunch of ramp, put Kid Kujira, and you'll get a lot of dice. But then if you don't manage to kill your opponent in that turn, your opponent's gonna start benefiting like the turn after, and then they'll be advantaged. So it's a bit risky.
Okay. Mona chose to, Arc chose to use Mona to do an NA. It's kind of weird.
I mean, he doesn't have anything else, right? Like he's
Yeah, but good bet because Mona's still surviving.
Yeah, if you slap Fischl and kill the... Oh no, Ocean wouldn't even die. It's just a lose-lose.
I think Arc's last hope is just for Fischl to get the last energy and do a burst, so that he can clear off the whole all three of them.
The problem is with just like one dice remaining, he's kind of forced to end.
Yeah.
Playing Covenant of Rock card. That's interesting.
Ooh,
and the Dark Shine wins with normal.
Yep. It's just normal, and it's gone.
I mean, could have also done the same thing with Geoshinid. I wouldn't really.
Is he got a tune and everything?
I got a burst for the animation. Yeah, burst for the animation.
Alright, just for style points. Goodbye.
And GG's to Dark Shine, taking 1 over Arc.
Just brutal.
Yeah, I didn't really see what happened to Nahida, but it looks like she died before getting burst off, which would have...
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Handicapped Arc's pressure a little.
Maybe it's Dice of Cringe. I don't know. Maybe it's just Nahida tanking most of the damage.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, Vape outputs a lot of summon pressure yanfei, so maybe there's a miscalculation somewhere, and then Hida died before bursting and or 5-cost scaling again, which by the health of Mirror Maiden is very
my
much
speculation
possible.
for this. You see, when we came to this duel just now, Xiangling's burst was up, almost fully up, and Nahida is gone. That means that Arc likely stayed on Nahida for too long, couldn't get the seeds out onto everyone, and Xiangling is just attacking like a madman.
Looks like
and that caused Nahida to go down.
And just wasn't able to quite handle the pressure, unfortunate. Wonder what the timer is on the round currently. I'll have to wait for that.
Yeah, Arc just now is just hesitating a lot. I think something messed. I think since Nahida went down, the game plan has just gone. Okay, you want to look at the decks? We can talk about the decks because some of them are super interesting.
Yeah, some of them for sure are, but what is your favorite of the new cards, by the way, Tama? We haven't really talked about the new
cards or the characters?
We keep mentioning it, characters. We keep mentioning like, oh, there's a bunch of new character cards and like action cards, but we never really gone into which ones we think are going to be the best. So what's your favorite character?
My favorite character, I do not have one, but I can tell you who I like to play though. I really like to play Candace. Because I really like to play Kaya by default, so I like Candace too. And Candace has a really it's not really interesting, it's just a Beidou skill, but actually hurts.
Actually, Beidou did actually get a buff now. So she does do 3 damage. So it has been standardized. Yeah, so Candice is not in fact just a better Beidou.
Because that's like 2 actions for 3 damage. It's not a lot, but at least it's better than 2.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this on the Ka-Ching podcast, but like now with Beidou, her skill is 3 for 5 value, which is the same as Shenhe in exchange for losing out on an action. But if your opponent switches, it just becomes 3 for 3, which is like the average cost of a skill. So then, if your opponent like doesn't smack into your shield, you don't just lose out on a turn for no reason.
Right, and, so she's actually viable now? Is that what you're saying?
Beidou is now as dice efficient as your average character. Instead of just like being less dice efficient than your average
I'm
character.
still a little salty about her burst being 2 uses. Was that right?
It's 2 turns.
2 turns? Okay,
It
2
is 2
turns
turns.
it's okay.
It's like
Not too
Electro
bad.
Yoimiya, kind of. But you also
Yeah.
get damage reduction, so it's not that bad.
Damn, I need to start reading.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
honestly
even know
like,
there's a damage reduction for that.
I also genuinely forgot there was damage reduction because it's been so long since I've ever seen a Beto anywhere.
Yeah, who pays attention to Vape as a card, not as a character? I love Vape.
In like the entirety of 3.6, 3.7, I didn't see a single Beto.
No, I did. I did see like 1 or 2 Vape. They just didn't win.
Surprise, surprise. There's a reason Beto has a tier all for herself.
I even saw like a
Just-
Eula Vape deck. It's just awful.
Yeah. No, I think
Win the
Beto
match. Yeah.
Beto might find some niche in some stall decks here or there, because you get 2 shield just for pressing a button. So that might be good.
Man, I want a card that affects shield, but also affects. How do I say this? If there's a card that says, if you have a shield this turn, your skill does 1 or 2 more damage, that'd be super awesome.
You mean Vortex Vanquisher?
Yes, but a card,
But like
a talent card or something.
a talent
Anything.
card. I mean, there are other weapons in the Vortex series, right? What is it? Summit Shaper, the Unforged. I don't think a bow exists yet. Memory of Dust. It might get added one day.
Let me put it as something like Adapter's Temptation, but with shield as a condition, and it should be super good.
I don't think a food like that exists.
It doesn't. I'm just wishing for one.
Maybe they'll introduce like an artifact. No, because
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What's it called? There was an artifact that increased damage when you had shields. What was it called again? It was I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll remember it one day.
tip of my tongue. What's the
It was
name?
the same one as Archaic Petra, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
Huh.
I
Anyways,
think we are going to look at Archon's deck.
Yeah, we have a deck list ready and prepared.
We're trying to pull it up, but okay, it's here now. Let's go.
So Arcon is running Cloe Mona, which is quite popular now thanks to Covenant of Rock, with yanfei in the 3rd slot. Their deck list is mostly standard, running like Gamblers, Liu, Timmy, Pyro Res, Mondstadt Res. The things to really look out for are the Heavy Strike and the Fruit of Fulfillment. Those are like the 2 new things that 3.8 provided.
You think it made the deck faster?
I wouldn't say it makes the deck. Well, no, Covenant of Rock for sure makes the deck faster, but it makes like an FDK more reliable thanks to Covenant of Rock, especially.
More consistent, huh?
Yeah, right. You're able to just output so much damage turn 1.
Yeah.
And like also Fruit of Fulfillment, it consolidates the role of Magic Guide in Strategize. So like an old Cloe Mona, you would often run like Sacrificial Fragments or Magic Guide in order for Mona skill into Pyro's Clee skill do 10 damage. And like on top of that, now you also draw a card, right? It's extremely dice efficient, and like for only one, for like the spot of 1 card in your deck, you're consolidating the roll of 2 because it's Magic Guide plus Strategize, right? And also Heavy Strike, because you want 0 dice in order to use Covenant of Rock to do the Clee reduced cost charge attack. It helps get out the FTK, because when you go to Clee, it only costs 1 dice, you have 1 dice remaining, so you just kind of throw that down there and smack them.
My head is just full of numbers right now. Let me. Okay, no more math for me. Let's talk about yanfei. Why do you think yanfei is there? It's kind of weird.
Yanfei does 3 damage on skill.
That's it?
I mean, Agent used to be the one you put in that slot, because, like, Agent had 12 HP because of stealth, and he could do 5 damage bursts, but, like, you're not running Adeptus in this deck list, so you're running Tandoris, which is, like, an option, I guess. But Yanfei is a catalyst, so you can put Fruit of Fulfillment on her, and she does 3 damage on skill. Yeah.
And then
That's all
3
I can
damage
really
on
say.
charge attack.
Yeah, 3 damage on her charge attack as well.
It's 3 damage. Spend 1 dice on the 1 cost card. Do another charge damage, charge attack for 3 damage.
And it might just be preference by the looks of it for now. Yanfei just released, so it's another pyro catalyst that does 3 damage on skill. So it might be a little more consistent with pyro res when, like, sometimes you want to do 8 damage vapes but don't want to go to Clee because you're really close to burst, but then Clee might die. So you just go Yanfei instead.
Oh.
And, like, this deck isn't running ramp at all, so, like, you don't really need the extra health on Agent.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of dice for this.
Yeah, like, because you're not running Paimon. Oh, this deck actually doesn't have Live, and I just realized. Whoa, that's an option. This deck doesn't have Live, and it doesn't have Paimon. It's not running War, so you don't really have the standard ramp cards where you're sacrificing a lot of characters' health or put them down. So you just run another damage. You just run another character that does. Yeah, there's Varanara. Right, so like instead you just run a character that does 3 damage skills, just for more damage to output, because you don't really need the health on the agent, and you're not running things like Calx Arts, you're not running Adeptus, so you're not really playing for agent first.
Yeah, it's a really low stress deck right now. It used to be more risky in the past to play Cloe Mona because of consistency issues and other different things, but now it's just turn 1, you just get to go.
Yeah, I think it's just the matchups that it has to deal with are a lot better for it.
But Yanfei, I really think that she's a really strong raw damage character. You do 6 damage immediately on turn 1 with 7 dices.
I mean, Yanfei is also dice efficient like Clee. Like, the only issue is that Yanfei takes a while to do more damage than Clee. Over a long period of time, Yanfei outdamages Clee by quite a bit, but, like, you need 3-4 turns for that to happen.
3-4 turns?
Something around that. I haven't done the math.
Okay, this is like a long-term thing, yeah?
Yeah, it's a long-term thing, but, like, you want to go Clee... In Cloe Mona, you typically go Clee first because you want to build the burst up and start pressuring, which is why we didn't really see that much of Yanfei.
I think one day we'll see Yanfei Xingqiu.
I mean, I think someone's going to try it, but I don't think Yanfei Xingqiu is good, because in order for Yanfei to do her 3 damage normal attacks, you have to use a skill first, and then you're over-applying Pyro, so you need someone to apply a lot of Hydro first in order to take advantage of Yanfei's application.
Right, you have to weave through, you have to weave your skill and burst into it.
Yeah, you have to, like, have another Hydro character apply Hydro, and then, like, you go Xingqiu to get Raid Swords, and you have to go Yanfei to, like, skill burst. Skill to eat up the Hydro app, and then, like, you have to normal attack only on even dice, otherwise you're not taking advantage of her Scarlet Seals. So, it might work, because it's 3, 4, 6 damage normals. But, like, if you're going through all that effort to do 6 damage normals, just play Hu Tao. Or Yoimiya. It's so much easier.
Right.
There's, like, if you're going for Pyro plus Xingqiu, there's no reason to play Yanfei.
Well, you can say at least Yanfei, it's you can touch and go, you can switch to her, use a skill, hurt the enemy for 3, and switch to other characters. There's this, but yeah, I think for the most part I agree with what you said. It's a little hard to set up Yanfei to vape or melt or just do any reactions at all with how much pyro she's applying.
Yeah, like, and also the problem, like, with Yanfei is her selling point are her 3 damage normals. But if you're going with 3 for 3, just like play a Bennett or something, or literally any character with 3 damage skill and just get perfect dice Lamouge.
Yeah, we were talking about Bennett. Bennett is just straight up
Like if you
unfair sometimes.
If you just get perfect dice, every character is yanfei.
Yeah, if you just don't die and kill all the enemies.
Like, if you go Bennett and only cast skill, Bennett is yanfei. If you play Clee and only cast skill, Clee is yanfei.
All right, you guys hear it here, guys. Clee is yanfei and Bennett is also yanfei. But we're talking about dice efficiency, yeah.
Yeah, it's like yanfei is going 3 for 3, which is standard, but Clee is going with her spark, she's going 2 for 2, which is easier to get. Right, and like it's seeing that one dice, you swap off a character, it lets you play heavy strike, it lets you get gamblers off. It's just more versatile than going 3 for 3 on yanfei. And if you're only going 3 for 3, you might as well just cast a skill.
Never thought about it like that.
I just think the main selling point of yanfei, which is like her dice efficiency, and like her dice efficiency isn't even that good, right? Like it's
yeah, I know.
It's on a normal attacks, which is like just get perfect dice and cast a skill Lamouge.
Maybe Yanfei will find her place in Mono Pyro.
Maybe. I just think like Yanfei's selling point is not that good, because her dice efficiency is the same as other characters more or less, and she only out damages Clee like when you wait 3 turns and only stay on yanfei, which is something it's impossible to do, because yanfei is just gonna die by that point.
Yeah, yanfei is not. It's.
Anyways,
we have the standings right now.
Moving on from that yanfei slander, we have our placers that have won their first round.
Yeah, not gonna lie, man. I got my feelings hurt a little bit. Ah, my yanfei.
Yeah, seeing a lot of familiar faces and a few new people. Maybe that's just because I'm not in Asia that much. There's a few names I haven't seen before.
I've seen Duck. I see a lot of new faces. You're right. I've been casting Asia and America quite a bit, but I don't see these names before.
Yeah, I mean, there are, I think, there's 46 people currently participating in Asia, which I believe is the most amount of participants we've ever had up to this point. So
really?
That's really exciting. I might just be spreading misinfo. I have been known to do that occasionally.
You're good.
It's quite
no one has to know. Don't fact check him.
Yeah, just don't fact check me, and no one check the previous battle files. It's too much work. Just take me for my word.
You wanna take a bet? Like who's the chat here? Who's going to take the tournament? Who's going to take this weekly?
All right, we're betting like this early on, or on a 5-0?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let me see right now. My bet is either Ariel or Potato are gonna take it, because they are playing the new MMEC of the patch. They are playing ABC, I believe. Either one of those are gonna take 5-0 just because of how strong their deck is.
Barbara, Ito, Candace.
Looking at the standings right now, both of their names I cannot see in the top 10, so they might have lost round 1. But we can't confirm that right now.
No confirmation. Yeah. Let's see.
No confirmation.
I don't know. I'm just gonna pick like 1 to 10, 11. I'm gonna pick one. I like Inzaghi. Who's Inzaghi? Let me check.
I think Inzaghi has won round 1. What are they playing?
Fischl, Mona, Nahida. Okay, the deck that Ark lost.
The same deck as Ark.
Okay. I'm still gonna bet on Inzaghi. Who knows what she'll bring to the table.
Alright, let's see if which one places higher. And we have round 2 has started, so we're gonna hop into a match soon. But alright, let's see. Ooh, new cards. We have Crep playing Eula Freeze, and then their opponent,
Okay.
Meow Meow, playing a Mona Official Kazuha.
This Eula freeze is actually winning.
Eula Freeze is
What the
actually, I
hell?
think they just, by the looks of it, they just stayed on Candace for the entire game.
Yeah, it seems so. Or they just healed a lot with Barbara.
Oh no, Eula does have energy, so they must have swapped Eula at some point.
Yeah, that Barbara heal is insane, man. I think Barbara bursted or something because they're all healthy and Eula has 2 and okay, that's gonna hurt.
Crepaholic is playing one of the decks of all time. 1 Wolf's Gravestone, 4 Millilith, Sumeru City. This is a deck, alright. They're playing 4 copies of Millilith.
If it works, it works. You know, everyone's alive, everyone's healthy with energy, and Fisher is down.
Yeah, looking at Meow Meow's deck, what weapon is it on console? I think
I see what card she's running.
Sword. It is Sacrificial Sword. Meow Meow's deck exists. They're running Heavy Strike, Star Signs, and Quicknit. I haven't seen Quicknit in a while. 1 copy of Parametric, 1 copy of Sangor Shrine, 1 copy of Sack Sword. That is a deck. That is for sure a deck.
That's for sure a deck. Yeah.
I mean, the Mode Official plus Animo has been like a deck, quote-unquote, archetype for a while. Usually it's Venti, but I think Kazuha is also fine to play. So Kazuha is a new card, so I'll explain how his kit works if you don't know yet. Kazuha's E is it does 3 damage, and it also swirls your element, and swaps you off immediately onto the next character.
Yeah, you can just do Mona, Kazuha all the time.
Right, like do swirl Hydro, and also Kazuha's swirls also have the effect where if you swirl with his E, the next instance of that damage on every character is +1. So he does
really? I didn't know the buff applies to other people. I thought
it does. It does apply to other people, and if you go back onto Kazuha and do a normal attack, he does a plunging attack that also does the damage of the element he swirled.
Yes.
And if he swirls nothing, he does anima damage, obviously. His burst is a 3 damage burst on initial cast, doing 1 damage in the end phase, and it works like Sucrose Burst, where it will swirl an element and convert damage to that.
Is Sucrose Burst 3 turns too?
Sucrose Burst is also 3 turns. Yeah, and thank you, Kojo. We can see the graphic of what Kazuha does on the side.
Kazuha is just ridiculous.
I mean, Kazuha has like a lot of things in his kit that buffs damage, especially his skill, which is probably going to be his main selling point. His burst like exists. You can apply element. As of yet, Kazuha hasn't really found a deck archetype he fits in. He doesn't really fit into the traditional mold of double Animo, so we're not going to see much control. Speaking of double Animo, though, that deck is also fallen out of favor. I haven't seen double Animo in a while.
It's already pretty hard to play, but I think the new changes did not help.
We'll have to see how Kazuha does going into the future. Speaking of, though, we've been talking about Kazuha so long that I forgot to talk about the game state. So both players are down 1 character each. Meow Meow was already down Fischl last turn.
Yeah.
But then Crepaholic just losing on a Candace. That's a lot of stall.
Yeah, what you miss is, I think, what you miss is Kazuha doing a lot of damage onto Barbara, and for some reason, Crepaholic chose to switch to a 1 HP Candace and take the damage from the Oz just now. So it was definitely an interesting take.
Oh, lotusing on Mona and then using Kazuha's skill to swap that. That's a pretty smart play by Meow Meow. Prep, I'm assuming is just gonna Eula skill, gonna break the Lotus. Should break the Lotus.
I think she can just go right now. She can just use the burst and start hitting her, and whoever takes the burst damage is going to take a lot of damage because there's 6 dice right now. Okay,
Eula, unfortunately though, no Grimheart stacks. Eula also got a slight buff, where with Grimheart, she now does 5 damage on a skill. Before she did 4, so 2 casts of a skill did 6, which is the same as every other character in the game. Which just made Eula objectively worse than Chongyun. But now, like, with a Crow Resonance and a Grimheart stack, Eula just has, like, a pocket chuggy first.
Eula just can't take it easy, man.
Eula... Oh, wait, no, Eula does have Grimheart, so she does have a pocket chuggy burst.
But it's, yeah, Crapaholic chose not to use Eula first just now, so she's going to stall it till next turn. Okay, Libban down and face. There's a lot of card with Meow Meow. I don't feel too safe right now. It's 5 HP plus 2 shields, so I think that Barbara is going to be okay.
Yeah, Barbara is going to be fine for now, but it is getting chunked down considerably.
Yeah, Crapaholic is really trying to find a good timing to freeze Meow Meow and start doing the bursting.
Yeah, like, a Crapaholic is just, right now what he needs to do is fish for an opportunity to bring Eula in. Or you can just press Barbara Burst and not care.
And Meow Meow right now, she wants to take down that Barbara so that Eula doesn't have any healings. There's no backups. Even if Eula Burst goes off and, you know, downs one character, it's still not too bad, right? Because kazuha can do a lot of damage on its own.
Yeah, it did cast the Barbara's burst, so Crap has effectively just healed back to full HP.
Yep. Practically
Meow Meow.
everyone resets the playing field.
Yeah, Meow Meow now though, like, they're really fishing for damage, because they do at most 4 damage with Kazuha. They try to crawl back that lead. Also, by the way, I mentioned earlier that Kazuha has a damage amplification on skill. That is only on talent. So do not expect to get free damage amplification by pressing E on Kazuha. That is only if you have his talent card equipped.
Right, okay.
I want to clarify that before I get accused of misinformation. I forgot to mention it earlier.
Misinfo, hey? It's just misinfo.
Okay.
What's the worst they can do?
Misinfo, okay. Crap debating whether or not to go in now or just equip Helm.
What Meow Meow can do is really pressure the spread AoE damage that his team can bring using Kazuha, because that Barbara is not going to out-heal the damage, I think.
Yeah, like with the swirl, you can attack 2 people at once.
And you really need your burst, Barbara burst, and your skill and phase proc to heal up both of you at the same time. So it's not going to outpace damage.
This is rather dangerous now, because the shatter. Right now, Crep is going to tune 1, press skill, right? That is now Mona on 2 HP. If Meow Meow swaps off Kazuha, they're going to lose a turn. Kazuha's 1 HP is going to die next turn. But if they don't swap off, Mona just dies now. Which is also bad, as like, Kazuha 1v1ing a Eula with Gravestone, which is not very good.
Yeah, it's just freeze doing freeze things. If you let Kazuha go down, you only rely on Omen for your damage next turn.
Like
if you let Mona go down, then you can't throw.
Oh, Covenant of Rock, okay. Is there like a Lotus something to save? This is
I'm expecting.
Fast.
Okay.
Gonna go Kazuha.
Okay, healing. Right. That's
okay. This is gonna take 5-7. Kazuha lives on 1. They're gonna have to swap off to Mona start of next turn. And then Eula's gonna press E.
1 + 1. Burst for 7.
Yeah, so what Meow Meow's gonna do is Kazuha's gonna skill. It's gonna bring Eula down to 3 HP, swap off to Mona, and then that's when Crepaholic is either gonna swap to Barbara or Revenge Kill. Sorry, not Revenge Kill, and just normal on Eula. Which then Kazuha comes in, which is fine, because as long as they don't have healing, Barbara can just normal attack and win, but that's a bit risky. I think what Crepaholic is gonna do is just swap back to Barbara and just Millilith Pizza on Eula and Path.
I really think you just do 2 NAs.
I think that's the best way to do it
NA.
for the game. It's impossible to
Okay.
do 2 NAs, because then like, you kill Mona and Kazuha just comes back and deals 4. If I'm Crap, I think it's the winning play. If you're Mime, you have to skill, otherwise you just lose. Whoa!
Okay.
I don't think this kills. 6? This is 6 damage, Eula lives on 1.
Okay.
Wait, no, it doesn't, because there's Sack Sword. Wait, this actually kills. The hell?
But
What the hell? Ain't no way.
the power of math.
Sack Sword, the +1
Meow
coming
Meow
in.
actually did it.
Yeah, Meow Meow actually found a play that won them the game. I'm really curious if this was the top deck. Because if that was a top deck, it is the top deck of the century.
But you know, it's not over yet. Barbara can carry.
I think it should be unwinnable for Crap. Oh, and they even have Mondstadt res to swap to Mona. This is so Jover. I mean, one of the characters has to eat another normal.
You just keep doing normals.
Crap is just gonna like normal pizza. And then it should be, I mean, it's actually still winnable for Crap because Barbara's 8 HP, and as long as Meow Meow doesn't have food. Yeah, it's gonna be normal pizza, and then Barbara's gonna be able to take 2 E's from Kazuha, heal up to. It's gonna heal to 2, 8, 9 HP, 11
It's okay.
HP.
I think.
Yeah, this should just be winning for Crap either way.
The effective HP she has right now, it's what, 8? No, sorry, 10? Because of the shield?
Yes, it's 11.
11.
So Barbara's gonna be guaranteed able to take 2 E's from Kazuha and normal twice. So it will go through a Lotus. So like unless Meow Meow has a hash brown, it's winning for Crap.
I don't know, who knows, maybe if you top deck another adapters or something.
Oh, it can even normal 3 times, so it's lethal with pizza too. Pizza and hash brown.
But even then, I think Meow Meow has only one chance to do anything, unless there's a heal card on and
the Barbara solo carry. Oh.
All right. Okay.
I don't know why they played the star sign. Why did they? The star sign was. Oh, one.
I think they want to use everything they can before they go down.
I don't know why they played the star signs. Oh, probably because they had no food, which is normal.
Oh, you're not gonna use your dice anyways, because Kazuha is gone.
Theoretically, though, there was a winning line. If you had 10 dories. No, because then you have to end turn and then summons hit. Aw, nah. We'll just lose anyways. If you can theoretically survive the turn. Wait, if Kazuha can somehow live on 1 HP, Tandori's double skill and then summon would kill end phase. But then you just die to 3 normal attacks on Barbara no matter what. Because 9 dice. The Barbara solo carry.
I told you Barbara can do it.
I did not expect to see that.
But Cloe couldn't do it, but Barbara did it.
That is something. I am lost for words.
Sometimes, you just grab the healer and you come out on the top. What can I say?
I'm a healer.
You just choose not to die, not today.
I'm a healer bot.
We can review the deck just now. Eula all set up just for that one burst of 7 damage. Kind of not worth it, but the double freeze is really, really tempo defining. So I guess it is worth it.
Oh, another game coming in. Oh, also there was another change to Eula I forgot to mention. Her everyone knows Eula burst, like it has its base damage plus number of attacks.
Right.
Its base damage has been increased from 2 to 3.
Okay,
that is 2 buffs for Eula.
Everything counts.
Into a game, we have Dumb playing Pyro. I can't see the name of their opponent, but they are playing Kaya Long Range. Cleave 5 damage? Ooh. That is a Bennett talent. I can't tell if it's up or not, or if that was just...
This is such a weird deck, but I think I get the logic behind it.
Clee got frozen, alright.
Yeah, you don't vape, but you rely on raw damage and occasional overload.
Yeah, Pyrokek is just like a Bennett go burr.
What do? You get frozen, you switch to a 3 HP Bennett.
Yeah,
right.
It's a normal attack, and then like you can't go to Keck because then they just swap off. You get frozen, so you have to swap back to Clee, and then you go. No, then you have to swap back to Bennett because they can just swap again. Man, this is so whack.
Yeah, you see a Clee deck, but you see ramping. You see a lot of a damage card on your hand, just trying to, I don't know, kind of confusing me right now. What?
Oh, I'm too fast. Okay, that's their opponent. Swaps to Kaya. Wow.
2 damage. I think
I'm
too fast is really...
There's talents in everything. Holy.
I'm going to bet that Kaya is wearing Lucky Dog right now with his talent card, so he can heal up.
That is the 3-cost mill. Lucky Dogs and Kaya actually has anti-synergy.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, because like they both heal for 2. So if you're like above 6 HP, one of them activates at full health, and you don't actually get value from it.
Wait, can you repeat that?
So basically, Lucky Dogs and skill, like they both proc when you cast Kaya's skill.
Right.
So if you cast skill at like above 6 HP, one of them heals you to full, and then the other one like just heals 2 at 10 HP, and you don't get value from it. So it's much better to play Millilith.
Well, that's the. I think 4 HP healing is appropriate for hyper carry Kaya right here, because you just spam the skill and people can't do anything about it unless they have a really strong burst.
It's just better for Millilith though, because if they hit into you, you even get like a +1 dice, and you're also getting like +2 HP every round.
Yeah, you just don't die.
Nice kill, unfortunate. And then this is where, oh my god, you can get
2.
Double Ito Pyro Res. Yeah, double Ito Pyro Res, and then it's just Barbara 1v1, and then Keck gets
Right, Ito into burst. Let's go.
Pyro Res, Ito Pyro Res. Please, don't throw. Don't throw, not like this.
I don't think they can Pyro Res, because Kuching's cost is...
They have another Ito, so that's going to bring them to 5 dice. And then
right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. I think they're considering it. Do they see it? Okay, they don't see it.
Come on, you got this. Like, if Kaya's gone,
you can do it, you can do it. Let's go.
Come on, the play is there. Don't be greedy on energy, you're never gonna get
Dumb really wants to use the Pyro Res, but...
like, you're never getting off another Kaching burst. Just do it. Just
Come on.
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's so close. Oh, come on. Timer. No.
Oh, whoa. Did you see that?
Come on.
Did you see that?
So oh, yeah, let's go. Okay, we got this.
I think he was considering using the skill, because the skill does 10 damage too.
Oh, skill does do 10 damage, yeah, but you're not getting... Okay, they are going for skill, so then they get Gambler's value.
Alright.
Bennett burst...
+1 card over using the burst.
It gets frozen, can't really do anything.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that Gamblers did. Like, full honestly, I don't know what that Gamblers did.
It gave me... adrenaline? I don't know.
I can understand double Itoing and then Tandoori skilling, right? But...
Yeah, I get that too.
Because then, like, you can save your Power Res to burst on Barbara next turn. But playing Gambler's Power Res, like, that 2 dice didn't do much. You know, Gamblers did nothing.
Gambler's just there.
Oh, they just drew another one. They're just better. They're so good at this game. Dreamer.
It's all calculated. You put
dumb
yeah,
played
you
the
apply
Pirates
pyro.
because they knew they would top deck another one next turn, so they could swap back to Clee. They're so smart. They're so smart.
8 cards on your hand, so you should expect it. What can I say?
Honestly, true. That is the list that I'm Too Fast is running from Kaya long range. 1 copy of Kaya talent. All right. Akila Pavoni.
You know, if Barbara takes this, if Barbara solo carries this and do 12 HP, 12 damage to the opponent, I'm going to be so.
Looking at the plunging strike. Oh, plunging strike is so smart at this deck. For those of you who are wondering why there's no Leave It to Me in this deck, it's because plunging strike is just objectively better in Kaya long range. That is because plunging strike lets you swap a character, meaning they you apply Kai Icicle, and then you also can do a Hydro normal attack with either Barbara or Candace with Infused Burst.
Oh, a manual swap.
Wow.
Damn.
Exactly.
Okay.
GG.
Don't care about your. That's a disrespect.
That was a super long game. Both players have drew their entire hands. Wow. That is was a game.
You should draw your entire hand for 2 Pyro Resonance.
In Pyro was just like able to one-shot a full HP Kaya with the power of Bennett Burst.
So far we see a lot of Clee decks.
Yeah, Clee is like quite a popular character nowadays, especially because like in
the flavor of the season.
Yeah, like in Pyrotech, Clee is substituted in for Agent because you have Monset Resonance, which lets you combo with Gamblers. And like in Bennett Burst to get even more advantaged. And then like in Cloe Mona, Clee is like obviously the star of the show because her burst is really strong in that deck, and you're able to like go Mona into Clee, get the Vapes off, her like reduced cost on her normals. With her Spark, with Covenant of Rock, lets you do like a really consistent FTK setup. Clee is a really nice character.
Yeah, I like Clee, don't get me wrong. She's on banner right now. She has her own version event. The whole version is dedicated to her. Sorry, the whole patch is dedicated to her. But I want to see something else. We've been seeing like 3 or 4 Clee decks playing. I think all of them had Clee, right?
Yeah, I think so. But also her skin is really cute.
Do you have anyone you want to see?
I want to see. I think we've seen one of each character, right? We've seen one Yanfei, one Kazuha, quite a few Candices. Showdown.
Alright, second round.
This looks like a Clee Vape deck. Oh, double Lucy, that's a bit unlucky. So this is a replay. This is one from Duck versus opponent to be determined. It's Clee Vape versus Hida EC. Both these decks play pretty fast, but I'm expecting the Clee Vape to oh my god, what are those dice?
Oh. Holy.
I think that's actually perfect dice. What? This is Duck versus Inzaghi. Duck got perfect dice round 1. What a game.
Oh, silly.
Cray, no way.
I think this is the match that Inzaghi took. Inzaghi won this match, I think.
Oh, okay, that's interesting then.
So it's exciting.
That Crane was actually really smart because like it avoids a Vape on Fischl, and it forces Clee to like do like over apply pyro onto Mona, which is
the Fischl opening is really good, but provided that you're going first.
Yeah, and Duck choosing not to use Covenant of Rock because like you can't guarantee an FTK, so you might as well save it for later. Just do the charge attack into burst this round instead.
Yeah, Mona is really hurt. Want to see Nahida in action.
Oh my god, what are these Dice.
Duck is just, it's just, she had
Duck.
a deal with RNGesus and she's getting all the dice she needs.
Duck is a gamer. What
Yeah.
a gamer. Alright,
But we know Inzaghi took this round, so that would just prove that Inzaghi is the superior player.
just a better gamer. Very like that's a nice play like to min-max on Izaki's part. You notice that Izaki did the 3 cost over the 5 cost? That's because Duck's next play, which was really telegraphed, it was going to be Cleave first.
Oh.
So instead they chose to just do 2 3 cost skills because like it's gonna spread anyways. And that way they charge up their burst a lot easier instead of having to normal attack. Duck tuned the Liu, which get off a Mona summon. And Inzaghi gonna play Timmy. I wonder if there's like a Barnard or Liven. Oh, I can pass on too, that feels bad. We'll go first though. Next turn they're probably going to go Hita first. Duck changing shifts into Agent.
If she can survive.
Charge that first. Covenant of Rock. I think there's a Woven. They're gonna normal attack, yeah. Okay, that's a nice play from Duck. Gonna force artificial, otherwise, yeah. Mona just dies. Duck is in a pretty advantaged position right now. Has more HP. Mona is a one-shot. And like, Official is also within range of lethal. If Official does anything, like Cleave Burst is gonna Vape, and then Agent Burst will take her out. Bring her down to exactly 5. So if Inzaghi wants Official to live, he needs to have some type of food.
I'm starting to feel like Inzaghi is not going to win this.
This is round 2. Inzaghi round 1, round 1. So for the winner of this 2-0, Alex, alright, Star Sign. No, changing shifts onto Mona. Fast swap too. Skill? Yep.
Just for the skill.
Then, oh, double Vandra's. There isn't a dead spot, so they won't be able to get Official Burst off. I wonder if Duck is... No, because the only way Agent dies is through Ito and Deafness with 2 cards in hand. Duck decides not to risk it and just goes Mona. This is perfectly fine because you can like Gil or Mona. You can
get another one
like,
on them.
The opponent Mona is lethal, forced on official, and then you swap Agent first, you win. It's a nice play from Duck, playing around the one way they lose. Like didn't rush it, still found the line. Yeah, and all Duck needs to do now is go onto Agent, press burst, and it's GG's. Bop. 7 damage.
Okay, Inzaghi's not doing it.
Yeah, and Duck...
I thought Inzaghi is going to win this because it was 1-0 just now for her.
Yeah, and like, Duck took the win. Really nice play by Duck. Like, was able to get advantage super quickly, and saving the Covenant of Rock round 1 paid dividends. Like, with Covenant of Rock and Awoken, like 3 damage on Agent was able to deny the Hita Burst and really cement their advantage.
I was just spreading misinformation just now. Inzaghi did not win.
That was extremely nice play by Duck. Duck.
You know, I have a soft spot for Hyperbloom decks. It's just not doing it.
I've been informed that round 3 has started. We were talking about the characters before, but what's your favorite like new action card?
I don't know. Can you pitch me like an A, B, C, D choice?
Alright, so A and B, they have to be like the new arcane mechanics, Covenant of Rock or Ancient Courtyard. Which one do you prefer?
I would have to say Warrior, because I'm not too familiar with the other cards.
I see.
I don't... Oh, is the stream freezing?
It's fine for me. And starting off with the first game of round 3 that we get to see, it's Geoshinid versus Hyperbloom. Alright. A lot of Hyperblooms today.
Yeah, I wonder what's the trick behind it? What's the secret? Have you seen this deck in action before?
I mean, like, NEC, which is like Key to Hyperbloom with Ocean instead of Mona, was probably one of the most popular decks of 3.7. So I wonder why everyone is switching to Nahida. Sorry, not Nahida. Why everyone's switching to Fischl. I wonder if there's like some secret I don't know.
Yeah. Remember when we first started out playing TCG, Hyperbloom was one of the fastest and meta decks because of Cloe, Fischl, Mona.
Yeah, Cloe Sidewinder back then was
Man, good times.
something. Also, I think Lumine missed dice. They wanted to play Stone and Contracts on 4 dice, but they forgot that switching cost dice. So, rip. It's unfortunate.
Exactly. You just have to end your turn. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, just forced to end on 2. Like that is extremely unfortunate. I don't know why they decided to Lotus. They were probably just fine switching, but that is unfortunate.
I think maybe they're trying to tune, but actually accidentally activated or something. Maybe, actually.
Maybe. Taking a skill from Mona, yep.
Right.
Covenant of Rock. Feed the Varnar. Forgotten is playing Varnar and Liven, so like in order to proc Liven, they need to pass on 5 in order to get an instant Liven proc. Which it's something you don't really want to do in Hyperbloom, which is a rather aggressive deck where you kind of just want to endlessly spam out skills. What was that card called again? How was that called? And then Stracio drawing one of the new cards. I forgot what it was called. It was Forgotten City, I think? Don't quote me on that. I'm looking it up right now.
Tenshikaku?
No, not Tenshikaku.
Huh?
It's one of the new cards. So what it's a 0-cost card that makes it so the next equipment you equip is -1. Rhythm of the Great Dream, that's what it's called. Unfortunately, they already equipped Artifact and Weapon on Zhongli, so won't be getting much use out of it.
Yeah, I don't think Stracio is out-tanking the spread, the Nahida's speed damage and the Electrocharged right now. It's kind of harder than...
I mean, eventually, might want to tune for 5. Oh, did tune for 5 cost, alright. I think eventually, like, Stracio can just sit on Zhongli and not care, but that's not the day. Today is not the day.
Yeah, I think Ocean is going to go down soon. Not so soon. Because forgetting Suki has to reset up the whole thing. Alright, we get Quicken.
Brought down to 1 HP. Yeah, Quicken is now active. They could swap.
There were 6 or 7 shields on Zhongli just now.
Yeah, like the shields are gonna swap back to Geoshinid. If they do decide to go there and summon George, alternatively they could Stone and Contract and just let Zhongli tank, which is what they are gonna do that. All right, fair play.
Okay.
I think I was watching. Yeah, just go Mona, get a skill off, get an EC. It's gonna be bye-bye Geoshinid. You can't really do anything to stop it. If you had a Gambler right now, that'd be pretty huge, because then you can proc your Varnar end phase. I'm just gonna end on Fischl.
1.
2.
That's 1.
3. Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa! Counting.
Goodbye, Geoshinid.
Yeah, that's bye-bye Geoshinid. Like,
goodbye,
that's
shield.
Extremely.
Another one.
And also, because Lumine is running Ningguang instead of Lava Troll, when that bird disappears, you're not getting any more summons for the rest of the game. Ooh, that's a different game.
And we're back.
Man, when did my Ocean become a Hu Tao? That's so weird. Oh, that's so much dice. Oh my god.
Just Pyro Ocean.
Pyro Ocean.
What I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, the good part of Lumine is like their Zhongli is fully equipped now. He does massive damage. He does big boy damage. And like eventually, the only way Forgotten can reliably break through this is like a Mona Burst plus something else. Get the double damage. Because like all of their characters don't do that good direct damage. So Lumine was able to kind of withstand the storm and was able to just go through it, I would not Lotus if I were you. Okay. The reason I would not Lotus is because the shield would have tanked the Mona burst, and it would have been a little bit of a waste.
No, don't do it.
No, just normal.
Yep, just do normal.
Normal, okay, and the Mona's gonna hit, you're gonna get refunded a dice, and then just normal again.
I would rather... Oh, okay. Well, Lotus well spent.
Why the Ning swap question mark? I'm very confused about this. Swap Hida. Probably could...
I think they're just...
Their entire hand skill.
They're just betting... Oh, what? They're just worried about Nahida's Hero's damage, probably. Or they didn't want to get... yeah, they want Ningguang to take the raw damage and avoid... You know, it's better than going down from the EC slowly. So, that's something.
Oh my god, that Bloom Core. Only barely lives here.
Okay, Zhongli, you have to burst. There's no other choice.
You have to burst on Hida, so she gets petrified, which means you need like perfect Geodice. And that which forces Forgotten to swap to another character. They have no swap.
This dice, you're seeing this?
Yeah, it's very bad.
It's cringe.
You're forced to burst, like there's no other way.
Yeah, you're forced to burst, and you have to, you
have the 5 cost on. Actually, no, you don't have 5 cost. You just normal.
Yeah, use normal.
Okay,
as long as there's no fast switch. Oh
now
wait, no, okay.
Now you have the 5 cost.
Zhongli does 4 damage, so I think it's possible.
Yeah, you have the 5 cost now, otherwise you lose.
You
have to tune your entire hand for even tuning your entire hand doesn't work. Oh, this is bad, because the Mona's gonna skill, and then you revenge kill, and you go official.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way out of this. I think the pierce damage will go through.
Yeah, and then you go official, and then official goes 2, and then Zhongli dies.
It's kind of unfortunate, because Zhongli was just 1 damage away from taking down Mona and disabling them.
I think Lumine for sure could have won if they didn't Omega cringe on dice.
I think the person who will win if, say, Zhongli does take down Mona later is the person who ends first. Because the shield will be all gone, and it will depend on which summon does the 1 damage to the other party.
Yeah,
but that's all just speculation.
The game state right now, though, is unfortunately Lumine just loses no matter what they do. Yeah, not killing Mona was the right play. Unfortunately, the opponent had changing shifts with like their 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, but even then, you can just do an NA from Mona and let the summon finish the job.
I think it wasn't completely unlosable because Zhongli had 1 shield left, right? Summon, it would have tanked the Mona summon sort of next turn. And then you 5 cost, and then like that buys you a turn. I think it still would have been losing, but unfortunately Lumine just Omega cringed on dice last turn.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
And also, the middle
so
they had to equip was the 2 cost instead of the 3 cost. There was like points in time where if they just had the 3 cost one, that +1 dice would have let them do an extra normal attack, which would have also won them the game. So unfortunate there. Like it was a pretty close game overall. Like their opponent Forgotten lived on 1 HP on every character.
Yep, we have the new round. Oh, it's ending. Okay, is that this last final few rounds? Let's finish it.
Yeah, and then right now, Sino, oh my god, Sino.
Oh, dear Sino.
Massive. That is a once in a lifetime thing right now.
Yep.
We're looking at the ending stages of Mila versus Smiley Face, playing
Smiley Face
versus Sino OTK. I think actually it might be Sino Stall. Can't see the characters.
I think it's Nahida and Mona. I'm not sure.
Sino Hyperbloom. All right.
Yep.
Oh, no,
Oh wait, no,
it's
it's Fischl. It's not
Mona.
Nahida. Okay. Okay, the
Oh,
normal
that's
deck.
GG's.
Whoa. Okay.
That is a lot of damage.
Wait. Ito can do it. Trust.
Ito can do it. Trust on the opponent. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of damage. And Smiley Face kind of sweeping it with the power of Mondrag. Like, that is probably one of the more interesting decks that I've seen, because Sino in that deck seems to be the sweeper, but then Mona Official plays, like, Mona Official decks typically play relatively fast, and then Sino wants you to play a little bit slower so you can use his passive, so that's like some anti-synergy there, but I mean, if it works, it works. I can't complain.
I think the only plus from this is, Mona Official can do quite a bit on their own, and you have a really strong setup, a really fast setup, like you said, so you can switch to Sino to get a few stacks of energy before switching back. Yeah, that's the only plus I can think of.
Yeah, Mona Official by itself is like a rather strong core because you have consistent electrocharges to wear down opponents. And then the third character is usually like an animal unit to get some swirls off to get more reactions and more spread damage. But Smiley Face substituting in Sino for more direct damage in the 1v1 situations late game, which is something you can do. It's gotta be one of the more interesting decks I've seen so far, though. I can't wait.
It's kind of traditional, but it's interesting to see because it's been so long since we see something like this.
Yeah,
it's still Fischl, it's still Mona, but it's a Sino.
Like, the thing, though, that I am most surprised about is that I have not seen a single NEC deck. NEC is Geoshinid, Hida, Fischl. Because we've seen a lot of Mona Official Hidas, which is like the weaker variation. I don't know, why is everyone playing the Mona versions of Geoshinid? It's because it's like the second week, it's like the first tournament of the patch, and people are just having fun instead of playing meta and going full sweat mode. Full tryhard sweat mode.
You saw all the deck lists, so I think you can tell people are just trying to have fun.
Or is it like some secret sauce? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe there's some tempo play, maybe there's some dice, resource play that we don't know. There's some advantage right there. We just don't know.
Yeah, secret sauce that I'm not aware of. We'll leave it at that for now.
Did you see anyone you're familiar with? I did not.
Seen quite a few faces. Oh, and we got another game going on. I don't know what that language is. This is Rissa.
It's Indonesian, probably.
Rissa, by the looks of their deck, they're playing Vape. And Cat was playing Mona. Alright, Kevin Z will be very happy about that choice.
Venti deck. That's interesting.
Yeah, Mona Venti, it's basically the same thing as Fischl with the Animo character. It's just like, you get electrocharges, then occasionally you do a swirl. Usually though, in Mona, you want to start Sara instead of starting Mona, but I think either one really works. You can guarantee a reaction either way.
I would always start with Mona just because
Nico Venti to swirl Hydro, okay.
I like this a lot.
You get your free swaps earlier. You deny the Vapes. Going with the Woven.
Oh, this is a replay. Okay, I thought the players are so good and their actions are so fast.
If only the dream.
Okay, I dig this. You go Mona, you throw and you spread the Hydro to everyone, and you do your thing with Sara.
Yeah. It works out, I guess. Oh, even Vape Vent is, unfortunately.
Okay, that's not a healthy Sara. I hope there's a star sign or something.
Looking at Catmoose's deck, they're also running Covenant, which is pretty interesting. I don't know why you would run Covenant in this deck though, because you don't have a Woven to do another skill, and you don't have anything to reduce the dice cost. I don't think Covenant is a good choice in this deck, if I'm honest.
There's Rana, Heavy Strike. Yeah, nothing for energy other than leave it to me.
I can kind of understand the Heavy Strike, but I don't like the Covenant of Rock. I think that is the one thing I would take out. And Clee Tendori, no more Sara. That is pretty big. Double Ito? Double Ito! Oh my god. Gonna burst.
Alright.
And then Clee responds by bursting. Yeah.
Surely.
Okay,
That's,
and then if you're
high
Candace,
damage.
you want to like ramp or something because you don't. Yeah, it's Farnara.
Yeah, good.
You're gonna pass on 2. Covenant. Oh, it's Tama.
Oh god.
Nope, charge attack. Alright.
Gotta get that +2 in. I think Mona is gone.
Yeah, Mona's gone. Because you just go Mona. Oh, gonna go Agent. Okay, that works
Oh, that's smart. Okay.
too. Yeah, don't want to apply Hydro to Swirl. I think
Not
no
the
matter
best.
what though, Camus should just auto lose at this point. I think we can kind of see though why Clee Vape is so strong now, because like Tendori's you can boost your damage to 5 super easily now, and then also with with Covenant of Rock you can just see how much pressure Clee outputs.
Yeah, but normal attack. Going to take down this agent, doing 1 damage to Mona. But Mona can vape, so
Yeah, and then like we can see Adeptus Agent could do 5 damage normal attacks, right? And then you have Covenant of Rock, Pyro Res. Like this deck has so much hand damage. You have so much on-demand damage that it's just like, oh my god, 8 damage.
that's 8 damage from a normal attack.
What a gamer. You can kind of see why Clee Vape is really strong now, because like with Heavy Strike, with Covenant of Rock, with Pyro Res, you have so much damage that you can just chuck at your opponent on command from your hand for just 1 dice. It's extremely dice efficient for the amount of damage you deal. And then like, if Clee is ever allowed to live, like you think your opponent's out of gas, and then Clee has a spark with Covenant of Rock, you just play that 3-2 damage on your opponent.
And
like
you're really selling this Clee Vape deck to me.
Like you just do so much damage so fast. It's pretty incredible.
I'm kind of tempted. Maybe I should try it out later.
Yeah, I would recommend giving it a try. Like especially because a lot of the popular decks of last meta were a bunch of summon-based setup decks. Like Clee Vape can just pressure them to high health and not do that. But it is round 3, so let's take a look at the brackets. We'll see who's in a top place here so far.
Oh wait, no, actually, we were going on a break.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take. All right.
Well,
Round
goodbye,
3,
chat.
we're about halfway through the tournament, so we're gonna take a short break and we'll be back soon, TM.
See you later.
And we're back from the break immediately with the match. It's going to be Dumb versus Arcane. I think we've seen both of these players play earlier. And they're both playing aggro decks.
That should be interesting.
Both playing like variations of double pyro. Arcane is playing Clee Vape, and Dumb is playing Pyro Keck. We'll see which one comes out on top. Looks like Dumb does have. Oh no, Clee is so gone. Clee is so gone. Oh no.
Yeah, they decided to stay on Clee. Oh wait, they're ending the round. Okay.
Oh no.
You know what? Clee is just overrated. You have Bennett right there.
Yeah, right.
He can surely carry for sure.
Clee is gone round 1. Like your opponent has a 6 HP advantage. Bennett has Hydro on him. You're facing down a Clee. Okay, so
yeah,
what
not
Arcane
good.
needs to do now to get an auto win is just get perfect pyro dice. Roll 6 pyro, and then he's just guaranteed to win. Good start. We're like halfway there. But, I
think maybe Arcane can stop Mona. Arcane can stop Mona trying to down her or overload her immediately as soon as he's.
If I was Arcane, what I would have done is try to roll for 6 pyro. I'll do burst, skill, and then charge attack. And then just never touch Clee for the rest of the game because she has done her job.
Definitely. She just needs to do a burst and she's done.
Yeah, and Dumb is like forced to use a Lotus now, which is really unfortunate because like they had 10 dice. They could have.
I think Dumb is holding onto the 2 pyro resonance a little too tightly.
I mean, they can't even use it right now.
Yeah, there's no room to use it. That's why.
Like they really wanted at some point to get off that Bennett burst down, but like the fact that Clee's just gone so early, it puts them in a really bad position. It's so bad a position.
I think it's bad, but
also
you can still save the game.
Dories, but they already ate Lotus on Bennett, so only Keck can use it, which is a misplay on their part. Like they did not gain value off of that Tandoori's, and then like if they don't swap off to Keck to skill, it's just wasted essentially. Oh, they just wasted 2 dice. That feels so bad. And then
not looking good.
Arcane's just going to break with the Mona skill, and then like Dumb is in a terrible position. This is such a bad position for Dumb.
Just gonna switch to Clee, vape it, and
you
get the burst.
You skill, and then you move in normal, and then Bennett dies end phase, and you're left on Keck versus the world. Oh my god, this is so bad.
Yeah, hurts to watch.
It's over.
2 HP Bennett.
Over in 3 turns. A Bennett talent in hand, like you just didn't ever get an opportunity to use it. A wasted Tandoori's. Oh my god.
Dumb is just in shambles right now.
Dumb is in shambles. Okay, like if Dumb had a Monrez, it's possible to come back. Because you can Monrez Pyro Res, right? You get rid of the Clee, you get rid of the Mona, and then it's a Yanfei Keck 1v1, and then you maybe win there.
Hard to say. I think in a 1v1 scenario, Yanfei can take it because of the,
Yeah, right. Yanfei has no element right now, and then.
And now she does.
It's Jover. It's Jover. I mean, like if you normal on Mona and you don't kill her, Mona just bursts and you lose. But then if you do kill Mona and you if you overload Mona onto Yanfei, right? Like you're risking a power res and you lose anyways. And like even if there's no power res, you just eat a vaporize and you also lose. Actually, no. You take 5, 6, you 1, 1. So, you don't lose, but you're not gonna like it.
You can take it.
But I think
don't underestimate how awful people, your opponent will be sometimes. I believe King will take it.
Bump.
Oh, it's 4 damage. Okay.
I mean, it's not the end of the world because like a lot of the damage is reduced because of the Lotus. You're only gonna take 4. Oh right, because they ate a Tendoris.
That's an omen on her.
Yeah, 2 in the Monres, or Timmy. All those are tunable. Yeah, you take 4. Oh, that's so bad. And then summon enemies. You make them take 5, and then you do 3, and you do like a 5 damage charge attack. You start the turn on even dice, and then it's just over. Like you even die through a Lotus. It's so Jover. I mean, Keck ends first, but there's no element on yanfei, so you can't even use a pyro res, and it's like impossible.
Even if you can, you can't just do 10 damage on her instantly.
Oh, and
you're at 2 HP.
And Arcon top decked a pyro res, so it's even more Jover.
Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter.
Alright, time to. It's 8 damage normal attack. Let's go.
I really think it's because of the 2 pyro res that's stuck in the hand that's causing this.
Man, like imagine if Arcon had a heavy strike, 10 damage normal attack. What a gamer.
I feel kind of bad for Arcon, you know.
And Dom knows it's over.
Sorry, Dom, not Arcon. Let's go.
Play the Monres for even dice.
8 damage
normal attack. I think.
Why is he hesitating?
I think this game just like it really demonstrates why Vape is so strong.
Oh, he's taking a screenshot or something.
Yeah, it's trying to confirm the game. I think that match just it shows why Vape is so strong. Like it was just able to output so much damage so fast. Got so many reactions to get even more damage. It's like, whew, what a deck.
Sometimes I don't know if it's Cloe or Mona that's too OP.
I mean,
Mona is just so good. Mona alone enables a lot of things because of the fast action, because of the really good phased out Aggro application.
I think it's just really strong right now because like Covenant of Rock synergizes so well with Cloe. It gives you 2 dice, and then like Cloe charge attack is 2 dice, and also does 2 damage. I think Cloe plus Covenant of Rock it just synergizes so incredibly well. And in our next game though, we have the Xingqiu double pyro deck versus Omtufans playing Kaya long range. So this Hu Tao deck, if you don't know how it works, basically what happens is you get Xingqiu rain swords, you play a bunch of ramp, you go on Yoimiya, you turn stall with Miwabi because it only takes 1 dice. You have Yoimiya waste all of your opponent's dice, and then you go on Hu Tao to sweep with rain swords.
So it's like a sacrificial Yoimiya.
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like how you played doing Yoimiya back in the day. You know, you get Yoimiya first, and then you just swap slaw. You stay on Yoimiya, wait until your opponent runs out of dice. You ramp in their face, and then just go for the OTK.
Such a weird deck. I had to see it in action to know, because I'm not quite understanding this.
And it looks like Omtufans didn't get Kai Icicles off, so having a little bit of trouble getting off the freezes, and their characters are taking a lot of damage. They are eating it. And Zarbon decides to just tune 1, go for the charge attack on Hu Tao. I think they ate a Minty because like they don't want Omtufans to get Qingqiu forced value. So
we see
in not a great spot now.
Yeah, but I'm sure she can recover somehow. I see Shinju Forest right now.
Yeah, I think what like Omtufans wants to do early on is stay on Candace, because like Candace guarantees you and go second because her skill takes 2 turns. And then you get dice value off of like hitting into the shield. But like Candice is gonna die end phase because of Blood Blossom. And like Hu Tao, and then Barbara left on 3 HP, which is like a 1-shot, so they're gonna be forced to either swap onto Kaya.
Yeah, there's no more dice.
Or lose their Hu Tao, which is really bad. But if they go onto the Kaya, they might eat a Hu Tao burst. And
yeah, you don't want to go to Hu Tao for Kaya for sure.
Yeah, and then like swap to Yoimiya, and like Yoimiya also has their skill primed and ready. So like, if they stay on Barbara, Barbara's going to eat 3 damage and if Omnifaz doesn't heal, Barbara's just gone and left on Kaya solo versus the world. So it's not a good position right now, but it's not completely losing just yet because Kaya is equipped.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines, I think I'm Too Fast didn't catch the right time to freeze Wu Tao, so to stop her from doing a lot of things, a lot of different things.
I think the main issue was that like Too Fast wasn't able to get icicles down fast enough, so wasn't like able to disrupt Zarbon. Barbara going for the normal attack. All right.
Interesting.
I'm assuming like NSC. Oh, even gonna go with the Chang. Chang doesn't do anything.
I'm assuming Barbara is gone. So because
Barbara's gone.
Yeah. Too Fast was trying to save the Omni Dice for Kaya just now. Otherwise, he would have gone with the skill.
Yeah, and then like Kaya. Oh, what was that? What was the revenge kill there? Yoimiya took reflect damage from something. Oh, because they swapped Kaya from the.
No. It's from the Candace burst. Yeah.
Yeah, Candace burst.
Now Kaya is on 5 dice, and I think you go to Xingqiu.
I think either Kaya or Xingqiu. No, actually, I think the big brim play here. You go. Oh no, because you're never gonna rain swords again because you just let Xingqiu get frozen.
Yeah, that's the point. You let Xingqiu get frozen. You play Ito.
No.
You switch to Hu Tao.
I was thinking, right? You go Hu Tao, you cleanse the cryo by letting Hu Tao get hit, and then you go Xingqiu, and then you skill twice, right? And then you vape, and then you apply hydro.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying that you cleanse the hydro off of Hu Tao because you have to. Kaya has to hit her.
But like, it's also like Hu Tao is not in 1-shot range, so that might not have been the play. Just go Xingqiu, get frozen.
Well, no, Hu Tao can heal back with her burst, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, but like it's also reliant on Xingqiu dying, which likely isn't going to happen.
No, Xingqiu's not gonna die. Because Too Fast doesn't have any dice anymore.
No, but you want Xingqiu to die, so you go Hu Tao.
Oh yeah, for sure.
First. But the thing is, like Kaya does maximum 5 damage with his skill on freeze, and Xingqiu has 6 HP, which is pretty bad.
When you have too much HP, suffering for success.
Too much HP. Yeah. Like basically, right?
Yeah. 1v1 between Xingqiu and Kaya. I think Xingqiu can take it just because of the damage reduction and actually can trigger the burst, unlike Kaya. Kaya is just there doing NAs and freeze skill. It's kind of awkward.
This is actually pretty bad for Zarbon because starting next turn, Too Fast gonna freeze Xingqiu, and then like Zarbon is either forced to end or go into Hu Tao.
A tempo issue.
And then like as long as Too Fast is able to attack 3 times, it's an auto win, and then like they have a live in, so this should be an auto loss for Zarbon. It should be unwinnable right now.
You're really
freezes on Kaya. And then like they swap to Hu Tao. Hu Tao eats a normal, they stay on Xingqiu, eats a normal, and then just kills.
Right, 5 damage.
Yeah, 5 damage, lives on 1, and then like you go Hu Tao and it's gone. It's just, like Hu Tao can't live at highest skill.
Yeah, you're right. There's no way for her to safely get Hu Tao out.
It would be a different story though if Zarbon had like a Lotus or something. If Zarbon had a Lotus or a Hash Brown, they win this every single time. Unfortunately, they just don't draw.
Yep. It's kind of despair, huh? Because you have all the necessary tools to win, but you're just one step slower.
Let's actually look. They might not be playing it because these type of decks usually go full ag. No, they are playing Lotus. They have one copy of Lotus. Okay. So in order to win, they would have needed to top deck their one copy of Lotus, which they might have also played earlier. I don't think I caught if they did or not. But just GG's. Like, good job. I'm too fast. Was able to withstand the pressure of 3 rain swords and was able to take a victory on Kaya.
Yeah.
I'm too fast taking victory over Zarbon with the power of Kaya long range. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate because I was thinking that they should switch to Xingqiu first, do their thing, and switch to Hu Tao afterwards. But
I think it's just like it was a problem of the end game where both their characters had cryo and they had no fast swaps, so they had no way of getting in their damage without getting frozen. So like I think the idea of cleansing Hu Tao was fine, and like even going Xingqiu was fine, but like at the end of the day, like one of them was gonna die eventually, and the other one was gonna get frozen.
Yeah, both the characters are wet for Kaya, so you can freeze them anytime.
Yeah, Kaya long range taking the victory over Hu Tao. Xingqiu double pyro.
You know what? I'm happy for him. Right? I'd rather Kaya win than Hu Tao. So the Hu Tao deck is kind of it's a little bit high pressure, and the two what's it called parametric just now came really late.
Yeah, like they wasn't able to get their dice advantage on the turn they needed it. And also in this game, it's Shinon playing a really weird Raiden deck versus their opponent. Unfortunately,
I think this is just a freestyle deck.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to read Chinese. Playing MMEC with, playing official Rodea with Agent.
You can just call the Chinese person Flower.
Okay.
Flower.
Like the deck that Flower's playing was a deck that Kirano played in Co-op League. I am pretty familiar with it. Their name Dahua.
Dahua? Okay.
Dahua. Yes. Anyway, Agent is a surprisingly good anchor. Beat out Noel. So make of that what you will. And they're also playing the Tubby engine, which is a choice. Bye-bye Zhongli. Oh, that is actually really bad for Shinon. Zhongli would have been the late game anchor, and like he's just gone already. They're also playing Agent Talent, which is a card that I'm seeing for the first time in my life. What it does is that basically what Agent Talent does is that it increases his stealth amount from 2 to 3, and it also makes his normal attacks pyro.
Oh, why have I never seen that? It sounds super useful.
So it costs 3 dice, so the same as using his skill, and it gives him +1, -1 damage, like because of his stealth, and it also converts his attacks to pyro. So overall, I think the value on it is pretty nice, but usually you want to play another card instead.
I think Shinon just never did executed her game plan.
Yeah, like Raiden Burst didn't come down by the looks of it. Actually, or did it? Can't tell. Hu Tao does have.
Yeah, I can tell. I think Raiden got really hurt after facing.
It's possible that Burst came down because Hu Tao's at 2 energy, and then Dahua's characters are all full HP.
I think there's some Electrocharged going on that brought Raiden down to 3 HP. So I doubt Raiden did.
If I am Dahua here, I am Agent normaling every day of the week, and then I'm gonna go official, because they're gonna overload me off with either burst normal attack, or then I'm gonna summon Oz or like Star Signs Burst or something. I would not refresh skill. I think that is the wrong option. I would just go for the +1 damage. Okay, gonna skill again.
Maybe he's just trying to get a pyro aura on her.
Nah, but like agent skill converts normals to pyro. So I think they're doing this to get more health, because they only had 1 application of shield left, so Agent would have taken a bit more damage. Agent would be on 3 HP right now instead of 4, but I think just having Hu Tao on 8 was just more valuable.
Look.
And
Okay,
then
trying
now
to force a Raiden.
I think
Is she
now
going to Star Sign?
I think Star Sign's bursting now is the right option, because then you overload onto Raiden. Raiden's on 1.
Interesting choice. Giving away the Star Sign.
I think now, if you're bursting, it would have been better to just Star Sign's burst, because then you overload Raiden. Raiden's on 1 HP. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because you end your turn now, George lethals.
Well, even if you don't, why convert? Why burn Star Sign away? There's other cards to burn.
I think it's fine how they played it, because George lethals Raiden, and then it's just Hu Tao. Oz applies either way, and then I think if I was in their position, I would
switch back to Hu Tao.
I would swap Rodea and hash on Agent. Because I'm assuming my opponent next turn, if they don't swap up Raiden now, is going to be forced to normal on Hu Tao, and then which would overload me onto Agent, right? And then on Agent, okay, you normal official. No. Okay, normal on Rodea is fine too.
It's what?
You
one
want
damage.
You want a normal here, not because it's 1 damage on Hu Tao, but because
they're going to summon. They're not going to do it normal.
Oh my god. you want a normal here because it breaks Lotus, and then George lethals, you apply Electro onto Hu Tao, and then summon applies Electro onto Rodea, which forces Hu Tao to overload anyway, so you're never going to use burst. Right,
that's 1 and that's 2. Goodbye.
Rodea's on 1 HP, and then you just burst on Agent and you win.
You can, or I think at this point Dahua is just playing with food. Just flexing all around.
I think how Dahua played it was fine. I just preferred playing another way. Personal preference, it is what it is. Got a lot of Hydro. I don't know if they rolled for it or not, though.
You think there's still a chance for Shinon?
I think anything is possible, it's just a bit unlikely. Because an Agent is guaranteed to do 8 damage on burst. Hu Tao currently has 70 HP, right? So as long as you just slow swap Agent, it's impossible for Hu Tao to lethal, because Agent has no aura. The worst Hu Tao can do is 3 damage, and then you just Adeptus Burst and you win. Tune your entire hand. You can even just Adeptus Burst on Rodea if they do some weird stuff. Yeah, no, but they're just going to overload you onto Agent. And then
interesting choice.
Okay, if you just Adeptus Burst, you use 7 damage on Rodea and you win right now.
Do it, NA. Do it, NA.
Please.
Come on.
Please. Come on.
Please don't use burst. Please.
Just Adeptus Burst. You've mapped this out. You top decked an Adeptus. You have the summons. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, goodbye. It was nice knowing you. What a weird deck, huh?
Yeah, that Shinon is playing a really weird deck, but so was Dahua, and it looks like the stronger core just won the game.
I can kind of see the logic behind it. The plan was to get Raiden up so you can burst easily with Hu Tao and Zhongli and just tank the game, and eventually you win.
I mean, I can see how it, Hu Tao and Raiden both have really strong bursts. I think the issue though is that the characters didn't really have any synergy with each other, so it ended up falling apart. And Ocean Official is a really strong core, and in a weak core versus a strong core, the deck with the stronger core typically wins out. Even if Agent was just there to look pretty, Ocean Rodea is probably strong on its own to win most of the time. So, and
such disrespect.
And before we hop into round 5, let's take a look at the brackets. So I've been doing that a lot.
It's been a while.
It has indeed been a while. See how it is going for.
I wonder how everyone's doing.
These are the results from round 4. See a few familiar faces.
Right, we saw the I'm Too Fast versus Salborn.
Yeah. Oh, Potato
Right.
won, alright. Oh, and Ariel also won. Okay, so my picks for the 5-0 are going pretty strong. Duck going 4-0. We have 3 4-0s, so one of them might get downdrafted.
Mm-hmm.
Ariel is currently 3-0. Okay.
How do you read that manga's name? The third one?
Third one? 1, 2, 3. I have no clue. The first character kind of looks like one of the crewmates in Among Us, so I'm gonna refer to them as Among Us.
I don't know, it just turns out to be Thai or something. We just disrespected the whole culture.
I
Let's see.
don't know how to read that, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no way I know how to read that. Kan Kudo, I'm Too Fast, Eon, triple exclamation. Ariel, anyone, Sakura.
Yeah, these are our top players for now. I think there's a few matches still going on, so we might have 4 4-0s. But if it is only 3, one of our top 3 are going to be pitted against a 3-1. Thank you, Coach, for putting it into Google Translate. It is DRM.
Yep, it is Thai, and it's not Among Us.
It is not Among Us, unfortunately. Our third place player. Would have been really funny if it was, though.
Do I read this as drum? There's that. I'm just going to settle with DRM.
Yeah, much easier to pronounce.
Yeah. It's nice to see a Thai name, something different.
Yeah, I mean, throughout this tournament, though, going into round 5, we've kind of seen a lot of the new cards shine a little bit. We've seen quite a lot of Covenant of Rock. We've seen Yanfei a bit of a Kazuha, quite a few decks running Candace. Which one of the new characters had the greatest impression on you?
Kazuha for sure, but on that, I'll talk about it later because we are going into break. And I really want to talk about Kazuha, but we have to go to a break. So, see you guys later.
Be back soon. Hello everyone. Welcome back from the break, and the game we have for you today is going to be Crepaholic versus Dustclops, both playing Candace deck. Crep we've seen earlier with the Eula Shatter. Dustclops we haven't seen what they're playing right now, but it is a double Geo Candace deck.
Still interesting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this game isn't... Actually, no. I would argue this game is higher stakes than the 5-0 game. Both of these players are currently 2-2, which means the winner of this game will be the only one that's privileged with a positive win rate, and the other one will forever despair with their negative win rate.
You're just really selling this. I'm loving it.
Like, this is a super high stakes match.
Just say it's a battle for honor. Every game will be a high stake match. There's no way I can lose to that Dustclops.
It's like I have to win this. I need
to win this.
So positive.
I can tell people I won majority of the match.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to show up the 5-0 game, so this will be a nice substitute.
Really?
Crepaholic did actually have the opportunity to go for Eula Burst and attack twice, stacking quite a lot of damage. He just stacked 5 damage. Chose not.
She is going for it.
Just going with the Sumeru City. Could have had a 5 damage burst. Bot. Thanks to Sumeru City. And then maybe like swap back to Barbara. Yep. I'm gonna freeze the Noelle after she bursts, I'm assuming. If Dustclops doesn't. Ooh, okay.
Oh, alright.
Oh, for the Varanara, and even got a Hydro and Cryo dice, both like which are the exact dice that he needs for his team composition, which is pretty lucky.
Just a setup to ramp up the Barbara. She's gonna carry.
What a gamer.
Okay.
Yeah. But looking at how I think Dustclops is very likely just going to burst on Noelle, and then Crep is going to respond by freezing. So Noelle not going to get her her -1 normal attack on for her first normal after bursting. Yeah, there's the burst, and then freeze incoming. Sealy starts stacking it up to draw cards.
Is Sealy good? Or is it too slow?
I think Sealy is pretty good. It's like probably the most dice efficient draw option you have.
Oh,
right
for
now.
sure. For sure. You're going for the long...
Yeah, going for the long game. I think like because you're playing a stall deck though, you're playing Candace Freeze, it's fine going for a slower option.
Is this a deck with 4 Milliliths?
Yes. This is
Okay.
4
That's why. This guy loves his Millilith.
I mean, like, you want to stall out, so you might as well go all the way.
Just commit to it. You get your own Millilith with Candice skill, so why not? Yep.
Zhongli, Hydro normal attack. Let's go. And 5 damage, Eula skill.
Eula is looking really promising now.
Yeah, the Eula is actually usable now. I think there's for sure better decks, but you might be able to find a niche for her now because like her second cast on skill does so much damage.
Yep, I think Eula can just get one more in. Okay, she's not going for it.
Swapping out to Candace. She's gonna enter N2 environment.
Oh, gonna save the dice. And prevent another shield. How did Ken... Oh, sorry.
Candace's gonna have so much dice this turn though. Fire an R plus Timmy? Ooh.
Was there something that how do I say this? So the last action that Dustclock has was summon hitting Candace, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but Candace still has the Hydro on her. Why is
Yeah,
that?
because Barbara skill. Barbara skill still applies and he.
Right.
So.
Hydro to the active character? Yeah.
Yeah. Candice
Oh,
going
that sucks.
to... Good skill. Skill would survive a Zhongli burst, would live on 1 HP, but would not get the reflect damage, which is a bit unfortunate.
I don't think she's going to burst with Zhongli. At least I wouldn't. I would save.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't do it in this situation either. Dustclops' deck is running 1 Bell, 1 Vortex Vanquisher, and is running Ancient Courtyard because they're running a double equip deck. I'm actually surprised Prep isn't running Ancient Courtyard because like he wants to equip so many artifacts as well as Love's Gravestone on Eula. So I wonder why he chose Covenant over Ancient Courtyard.
I don't know. This deck isn't exactly a very dice friendly deck either. It's normal in terms of dice requirement. So I don't know why they did not run the card.
Yeah, I think Ancient Courtyard would have been like more consistent because like you want to equip the artifacts, but maybe it's something about breakpoints or like the Varanara maybe getting dice advantage is just more important. Who knows?
Is Crapaholic a veteran?
Crapaholic is a veteran, has been playing since the beginning, I think.
Right, good. That is probably what you just said. Because if it was me, I don't care. I would just run 4 million without, and people will call me a genius. Yeah. There's a lot of switching for this team too. So every turn you use use 6 dices for Hydro application for setting out Eula, and then you use the other 2 dices to switch around and use cards. Here's the standings. Yeah, we just got an update on standings, which we will talk about later.
Chose the normal to apply Hydro instead of like eating pizza on Eula. I think this is pretty good because then you can swap to Eula, you can burst, and then you can get off your freezes and whatnot.
The switching around makes the Millilith artifact do work, and it's doing a lot of work tanking the damage. You have Barbara on your team too, so.
And there's a Bell and like another big chunk of shields onto the Noelle. This is gonna be extremely frustrating on Prep's side to break.
Yeah, this is not looking good.
The only character that does any type of damage is Eula.
And we've been seeing this just now during the last cycle. Hyperholic has been using the Eula's burst just solely for breaking through all of Noelle's shield.
That is so many shields, holy. Ooh, fast swap. Oh, it's gonna be fast.
We haven't even seen the Joe Resonance yet, did we? Okay, good. Good play.
Early on. Yeah, that's a meeple on Eula, like, and then now she can't really do anything, which is a bit unfortunate. Prep is still fine though. It's just like gonna play Sumeru City, Pizza, and Liben, and he's gonna actually pass on 0 dice because Liben Varanara it eats 5 dice.
Yep. But I would think you want to switch away from Eula somehow.
I mean, Dustclops.
Otherwise, it's a little bit dangerous.
Dustclops actually has 0 dice, so this is perfectly fine. And then Crep can even play the Woven to proc Liben, or just pass them for Liben on 2.
Just gonna use the use the card.
Yeah, it does play it. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's no need to tune the lead because it should be smart dice. I think both should proc.
Okay. He just switched to Candace.
Candace can insta freeze strongly unless Dustclops wants to swap. Fuck. That is a lot of shield.
What do you think is the game plan?
I mean, Dusclops doesn't have any elements, so it's made it a little harder to crystallize now, but like, Noelle is fully equipped, so that's pretty scary. And then Dusclops' deck doesn't have that much damage. Like, it's not like a Clee deck or a Piper or a Bennett deck where you just have a bunch of damage from the hand. You have to get on Eula, you have to cast your burst, you have to like start smacking a few times to stack it up.
Yeah.
So Prep is
But I will also say Dusclops is missing his timing to do a lot of damage because the ramp from Paimon just expired this turn.
Yeah.
So this turn he has to do something.
Zhongli is frozen now, so that's pretty good. We forced to
Yeah. There's also the frozen threat from the Eula freeze.
And then now Prep just swaps to Eula, and then like if they attack on Noelle, Eula gets a shatter. That's pretty good. And if they go to Zhongli, Eula also gets a shatter. Which I think overall is pretty nice. It's just like a bunch of bonus damage.
This is such a troll deck. You're controlling your heal usage, switching around, setting up energy on everyone, and then you heal back up with Barbara when you need it.
Normal attack on Noelle. Alright. Eula probably just gonna burst. Oh my god, 1 dice to burst thanks to double Samir City. That is that's something.
This is all calculated. Eula is going to rip apart the shield and hurt Noelle at least for 7. There's 6 dice, so it's 2 skill or NA from Eula.
Looking at a Dusclops' deck right now, though, it's like they have hash brown and pizza, so they have a little bit of sustain in there. But once the HP starts dropping, it's gonna start to drop fast. They don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have like things like Cathedral and stuff. So
Yeah, Eula's been just ripping through the whole shield thing.
we're gonna normal attack with Candace empowered to reapply Hydro, so that if they stay on Zhongli, you can just smack them with your E, and the Zhongli's frozen again. So that's pretty smart.
It's shadow time.
And then,
What do you do with that?
We can also see that in Dusclops' deck, as opposed to Crap, he's running Ancient Courtyard instead of Covenant of Rock because he's running so much equipment. I still don't understand why Crep is running Covenant of Rock over Ancient Courtyard, but I guess we'll find out. Dusclops gonna choose to eat a pizza. And end first. So one of those pizza heals is gonna go to waste because it's gonna heal 1 on 10. Which is a bit unfortunate, but I think Dusclops isn't complaining too much. Just like he's happy his characters are all full HP. Eula healing to 9 thanks to the pizza from last turn. And Bach.
Ooh.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, that hurts.
I think Crep had enough damage to E on Zhongli, which would have lethal him, or even just normal again. I'm not sure why he chose not to.
I don't think he's in a hurry for that.
Yeah, I just think if you leave it on Noelle, right, it's like... It's basically impossible to lose, because you just E again, and then Noelle has cryo, you just swap your characters, and then, like, Candace burst does its swap damage, Noelle's frozen, and then you're winning.
Yeah, you really don't want Zhongli to go down right now, and you want Noelle to start doing something. You can't drag the match any longer.
Dusclops needs to swap off Zhongli unless they have a Lotus, otherwise he's just gone. Or there's second Geo-Res. I think they still have another one of those in the deck.
It's not sustainable to rely on just the Geo-Res, but it sure helps.
Okay, gonna change.
Alright, switching to Noelle. Noelle should be bursting.
I would assume so, and then yeah, Crep's gonna go
Oof,
E.
5 damage.
Noelle, 5 damage. It goes through the shield. Fuck. And if Noelle bursts, Eula is going to normal freeze, which is bad, and then like you're forced to go out the Zhongli, And then Zhongli, it's just edge to a normal or an E, but if they stay on Noel, Eula is now on 2 energies, so we can burst again and get a shatter off end phase.
Yeah.
So it's a rough spot now for Dustclaw.
Yeah, you know what's the worst part about this? You. Yep. Okay. Frozen immediately.
I think I would probably normal on Eula because like her normals are infused with cryo because of Candace burst. I don't think you need to swap for that to happen. And then you can just burst immediately afterwards. I'm not sure what Crep is thinking now though. It might be another play he's going for.
Okay, healing up Zhongli. I think he's trying to switch to Zhongli, right?
Yeah, going for the swap. He's trying to make Crep waste his dice. I think you just Candace skill is kind of the reasonable too. I mean, normal.
I think you just start setting up the whole thing. I think
you skill
right.
to make Deskop waste even more dice. The double Sumir is pity though. It's giving Crep such a huge dice advantage.
Crapaholic can definitely take down Zhongli just with Candace right now.
Yeah, I'm going to assume Dustclop's going for 5 cost. To get a little more HP, because if he's not going for 5 cost, Zhongli is lethal to the next normal. Oh, doesn't have
going to
red. That's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, tough spot. You have 5 dices, 3 cards. You're not guaranteed to have the shield.
Yeah, and the Candace, 3 damage.
Alright, that's 3.
You hit with. You can like NSC normal, that's 4 dice, and then you just pass. Varnar and Liben both proc. Start of next turn, I mean Candace lives on 1 HP. Start of next turn, your Noel kills Candace, and you go Barbara. Okay.
Alright, giving the energy to Eula.
I think it's more to like prepare the Grimheart snacks. And then now you could NSC Shatter.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't Shatter because Candace first is still up, so you would just do 3 damage. Yeah, and then end on Candace. Bonk.
Poor Candace.
And then you're live in proc, it's Gravestone. Love to see it. And Noel is actually in Gravestoning range right now. Gravestone is plus 3 damage, would make Eula skill do 8 damage. So keep that in mind. Noel needs to have more than 8 HP. Which she can do if she just skills.
Or Noel can just sweep everyone right now.
I don't think that's possible. Noel needs to first skill on Candace, otherwise it's dead to Gravestone skill. So can't afford to normal. I mean, skill also kills, so it's fine. Which would bring Noel up to, okay, yeah, that's way out of range.
Okay, that's the right move.
Probably go Barbara and then normal attack. To apply the Hydro. Yep. And then Noel's gonna go normal attack, do 4 damage. There we go. And then you can swap Eula. Eula lives on 2. You can probably...
I would just use the burst right now. Use the burst right now, waste some more dices before swapping to Eula.
I think burst is also fine, but you can also Lotus. You don't need a quick Gravestone now, unless you're tending to pass.
Right. Burst is going to go up.
I don't think Crap needed to quick Gravestone. That was a bit too much. There's no need for it. Yeah, smack.
Yep. Now he's just going to switch to Eula.
No, we're just going to sacrifice
No, she's going to...
I think this is a fine play. You sacrifice Barbara, because like, if they hit, you have a free swap to Eula, and then sort of next turn you just burst, and Noel is frozen. You can just do whatever you want. And it's GG's.
Yeah, not like Dustclaw has a choice. I think Dustclaw still has to bring down that Barbara.
If Dustclops doesn't, Dustclops just goes for the lethal, which is perfectly fine. I think if they didn't go for the lethal, it would have been bad either way, because then Crap just swaps Eula next turn and it's the same result. Crap is going to stack so much damage on Eula. Oh, unfortunate. The woman got burned instead. Would have loved that extra dice.
It's guaranteed Eula win, right?
And there should be guaranteed Eula win. Like, Prep is gonna stack so much damage onto that Eula burst. He's gonna shatter end phase and everything.
Yeah, we're just going to see a really, really satisfying burst from Eula later.
Yeah, burst. There you go.
Alright. Let's see it.
Still frozen. Desktop is gonna be forced to end turn unless they play Lotus or something. Liven, okay. Sealy. I think they know it's Jover. Yeah, just ends turn on that. NSC, Heavy Strike. Yes, normal attack.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh,
I need
can
this.
throw all the shields, alright? And then it's just
I need this W from Eula.
normal. Oh, and then E takes it out.
Alright, one more normal.
8
No, don't do
damage.
it! Don't do it!
Normal also wins. Oh, that would have been
No!
8. That would have been, if Noah lived that, it would have been 8 damage from the burst. So, GG's. The Eula Shatter. With
working so
double
well,
Simmers,
huh?
the NSC Heavy Strike was able to rip through all of Noah's shields. That was a long game. It was a very long
game, but it's a good game. You don't see a lot of decks surviving clean Vape like this.
Yeah. So congratulations to Kref taking the win over Dustclops. You will be the lucky person to go positive.
You're making this like you're bringing me down, dude.
It is an achievement. But
you get to
after
preserve
that,
your honor.
after that very long drawn out game, I need to go rest my mental. So we're gonna take a short break and then come back for the 5-0 game.
Right?
See you guys soon.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
Yes, I am fully mentally recovered in that Eula stall game. And for our 5-0 match, we're gonna have Eon versus Glass. We've seen both of these players earlier. Eon is the one playing the Sino deck. We've seen them get 4 stacks. It's like, I think it's a pretty neat deck where like you play fast with official Mona, but you also kind of want to play slow to get Sino stacks. And then Glass is the one playing the agent talent deck. And also thank you to Eon for letting us stream the 5-0 deck, otherwise we would have missed it.
Definitely an interesting one because we don't see a lot of Sino, and we don't see, I'm surprised that this Geoshinid official agent deck is doing so well.
Yeah, it's doing a lot better than I expected. Looks like Glass starting out did not get two agent talent, right? Single summon gets the Raptor.
Single summon into official.
You know what? I think I forgot to shout out George. I haven't seen Ocean in so long that I forgot to shout out George when he came out. That is my mistake. I'll make sure to do that from now on. So
just had to shout out for my boy George.
Yeah.
Okay, we do see official.
I was gonna pass on 5 with a lineman. That's not ideal. Probably got not Glass, sorry, Eon. Probably got a really bad hand.
Let's see if we not good.
Ooh. Oh, that is. You want a lot
even
of hydro
worse.
because you want to go Myriads on Ocean now. Like, didn't get a single hydro dice. I mean, there's some Omni, so theoretically only needs to tune 3.
But it's still kind of awful.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a
really
lot
bad.
of cards in his hand that he can work with. because there's a lot of there's the 2, 3 dendro dice.
Yeah. Eon fast swap into Mona to just like guarantee the reaction, and then Glass is swapping over to Agent. Mona's gonna skill again. I could have actually just gone for a normal attack, but I don't think it really made that much difference. Agent skill to apply pyro. That way you can Vape. Just gonna heal Lotus and Hash to heal up. I'm gonna enter.
Get a Lotus just as insurance.
Yeah, and then like starting next turn. Oh, okay. Smart play by Glass. Swapping to Geoshinid. That way.
Just starting to set up everything.
Yeah, that way you kind of like waste the aura. Gets the ferret, so no George, unfortunately.
It's unfortunately a Vape block.
Yeah, the Vape is eaten by the Lotus, but it's also smart by Glass to swap to Geoshinid last. That way you waste one official's auras, you don't get double EC'd. It's pretty nice. Eon needing a EC as well.
Yep, still hurting Mona by a lot.
Okay, so we do see a Star Signs in Glass's hand. Eon could just like skill again and then swap official to get another EC. Or they can just swap off now and like just be wary of that Star Sign. Yeah,
I think you can go with even more direct method. Just stack up the Oceanic energy and burst right now.
If Glass decides to just Star Signs burst, like that's gonna deny Mona burst, and it's just gonna deny Hydra for the rest of the game. Decides to tune it. George, my beloved. I love George. I love George.
Hello,
so
George.
much.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and then
Okay, let's go to official.
Let's go
with 3 dice. So
fast swap. Yeah, if summon Oz, get an Electrocharged. Wow.
I wonder why they use the electro dice just now.
And Glass gonna just tune the remainder of their hand to go burst on Geoshinid. That's 5 official.
That's a costly burst.
Yeah, like I think I would have, if I was Glass, I would have Star Signs bursted earlier on Mona, because it would have been enough to lethal through the summon with Delta 6. And then like I would deny Hydra for the rest of the game, just be left with official Sino, right? I would still have the full board of summons. Like, and like you tuned your entire hand anyway, so you might as well just do it earlier. I think this play is fine. Oh.
Okay, Mona does go down. That's unfortunate.
A slight miscalculation on the side of Eon, placing the gamblers on Mona, probably intending to burst onto Geoshinid to lethal, get like refund 2 dice. A slight miscalculation though. Like George just barely able to take her down because someone's like attacking first on Eon's side because they ended first. So George shield procced. Winton Freedom, all right.
Normal attack. All right,
Yeah,
Ocean is gone.
Eon's gonna be able to act again. I don't think there's anything like a Tandori, so yeah, just gonna normal again. Official now on 2. Swap agent.
Interesting.
Deny the burst to lethal, I'm assuming. I mean, no dice on Eon's side. Agent should be able to win with just burst normal. Oh, he even has an Ito in hand.
Damn, okay.
Okay, has everything.
He's just going for it. He's setting up the whole burst.
And boom.
And 9 damage.
Yeah, that's
gone.
GG.
Oh.
That was a really fast game. Games are going
well
so
played.
fast now. Yeah, well played on the side of Glass. To take a victory over Eon. I think like they were able to take a little bit of a lead early on with the constant Electrocharges, but I think as soon as Geoshinid just got full summons, as well as like the huge value on burst, Glass was able to clinch it back thanks to that.
Yeah, it's a really well-timed burst.
I would say Glass started winning as soon as George appeared, so George wins games, people.
It's all thanks to George that he's able to tank through everything. All thanks to George.
All thanks to George.
Can't do it without him.
Yeah. If George didn't appear there, I think Glass loses every time. But thank God our Lord and Savior George appeared when we needed him most. By the way, that was the 5-0 match. So Glass taking 5-0 with their Tubby Agent Talent deck. Probably one of the few freestyle decks to be able to make it 5-0. And especially like as the meta continues to develop, we understand the game more. Like having freestyle decks and like win like this over meta decks is really impressive. And also
Maybe we should try it.
Yeah, maybe one day. And also congratulations to Eon for making it this far as well.
Yeah, congratulations. It's not easy.
Yeah, I think with that though, we're gonna conclude the stream. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you to everyone who might watch this later after it goes not live.
Thank you.
Yes, if you want to join in on these tournaments, join our server at
definitely
discord.gg/GITCG. We're also going to have a deck graphic soon to take a look at our top performers. I think we
also shout out to KQM.
Yes, KQM, our partner. They helped set this up as well.
Yeah, definitely. They were a big help, especially for XD. Love you, man.
Ooh, just waiting on that deck graphic. While we wait, I think I was talking about this earlier. Something about I was mentioning something earlier.
I remember. Let me answer you. You asked me which character is my favorite, or do I a character that I want to see this tournament. I would say it's Zhongli and Kazuha, because I'm super excited to try out this Mona Kazuha combo later. And Zhongli is just the meatball disables you for a whole turn, so I'm kind of hyped to build Raiden Zhongli, just because I get energy from Raiden and I get an aura from Raiden.
Yeah, I think Raiden Zhongli was experimented a little bit early on to 3.7, where like you burst on Raiden and then you summon Pillar and then you get like crystallized Yanfei and then you have like Zhongli burst ready to go by round 2.
Yeah, you get the logic.
Yeah, I get the logic. I think it's an interesting deck.
Do you make another Joe for the third slot?
I think Ning was played in the third slot when I tried it.
Oh, so you went for the star route. You didn't go for the Noah route?
No,
okay.
I went with Ning for a little more stall potential. I like Ning Burst over Noel Burst. I think it was just
probably
like
go
damage.
for the Storm Lawatro route, just because it's more it's faster, and you can absorb quite a bit of damage from it.
I see. I think with the conclusion though, our pointless rambling aside, it's time to take a look at the bracket. For the third and final time today, we'll take a look at who our big winners are. So congratulations to Glass, we just saw that game, as well as Viewer, and DRM maintaining third place, as well as Ariel, Rissa, a lot of 4-0s actually. That's quite a lot of 4-0s.
Win rate 100%. Okay.
No win rate.
8 winners. That's 4-0, 4-1 and above. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think with
Can you read the?
I think with that though, that concludes our tournament. So once again, if you would like to join in our wonderful tournaments, feel free to join our Discord server at discord.gg/GITCG. We will host these tournaments every single week for each region, Asia, NA, as well as EU. And our top performers get to join in on our big end of Patch Majors tournament.
Yep, definitely try and join our tournament. We got a lot more players now than ever before. A big thank you to our staff on site and the TOs for running today's tournament. TOs are Panti, Attila, Binzu, Redshifted, and Kevin Z. And from production, it's SueMe and Tama here, and Kojo.
Yeah, Kojo, our lovely producer. And as well, we gotta give another shout out to our primary partner, KQM. They're the premier theory crafting community for Genshin, so be sure to check them out for some guides and videos. We have some TCG content on their site as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is SueMe.
And this is Tama.
Yes, thank you for watching everyone. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.